is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Whoa, happy Friday. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. And look who's here with me.
Made it alive.
Mr. San Antonio himself.
Yeah. Onward and upward, my friend.
The 1987 cover model for San Antonio Magazine, Mr. Rob Thompson.
Sexiest man on Aspen Valley.
That's right.
Rob Thompson.
Yes. Drinking margaritas, banging senoritas.
That's what we do. I'm just here to hit dingers.
69.
65.
No, well, that was just your first senorita or your first margarita?
In 65? No, that was my first.
Oh, okay.
My first senorita would have been, I'm not going to divulge that day.
Okay.
I'm not going to divulge that.
I know who it was. Porter for a quarter, huh, Vic?
Porter for a quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, we found out Rob and Vic are Eskimo bros. It's what was her name? Sandra Porter, huh?
What was her name? That was her name? I knew her by something else.
Did you ever actually give her a quarter, Vic?
No.
Did you earn that?
Oh, man, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Nah.
You should have at least left one on the nightstand or something just to
Yeah.
A little something, something. You know, it just makes you feel good. You know.
To keep the name
But
alive.
Keep up the effort.
Yeah, luckily I was with her before it got like way out of hand.
Okay, all right.
She was still,
Yeah,
still,
in the early stages.
still had to leave a buck back then. It was still $1.50, $2.
Yeah, it was $2.
It's always good when you start a girl down the wrong path and don't find her on it.
Yeah.
Some have unique
I made
talents.
it- I made it
Some
okay.
have undiscovered talents.
Good for you, Vic. Good for you. That's Victor Brown. You know him,
Hola.
you love him. Yes.
Yeah.
Stay away, Ice. We don't need you here today.
Yeah, no, that is my real name.
Yeah, because Edwin's not here, so we can't afford to have someone come.
Where is Edwin?
I don't know. Isn't he usually here on Fridays?
No, he's covering for Pledge. Pledge is out today.
Oh,
What's Pledge doing?
I think he's moving.
No, funeral, I think.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, way to,
from
way
what
to-
I understand. Yeah.
way to bring the.
I know.
Well.
Yeah, so yeah, but he's covering for Pledge. I think Pledge is out Monday too, so Edwin won't be here Monday.
It's a 4-day funeral.
He must have to leave town.
No, he's traveling out of state.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we? Can we divulge the news, the local news here?
Yeah, I think it was brought up on the Blitz. We've had a rough week around
Yeah.
here. This has just been absolutely awful. Just a terrible week around our little radio ranch. We lost a good friend this week. Greg Shelton passed, sadly.
Yeah, he was our grumpy engineer.
We called him for many years our crack engineer on crack.
Yeah.
And just a wonderful man who passed suddenly. That it's going to be a void here that we'll never fill.
And
No doubt.
You've seen him if you've been to remotes or
Anybody
to
who
the golf
knows
tournaments
us
or, yeah.
knows Greg. And we are just shattered by the
Yep.
news. Just shattered.
It is. It's a tough week here, but our thoughts are with his family, and he will certainly be missed.
He's
I'll
one
tell
of
you
the
that.
one of the 9 remaining Texans fans. You think we're shattered?
Oh yeah.
Texas don't
on.
have many, and he was one of the biggest.
Yeah, he was him and
So-
Pledge. Him and now it's only Pledge,
You know,
right?
Pledge is one of the lone survivors of the Texans clan. So our thoughts and prayers and just love goes out to the Shelton fam. We're gonna miss him.
Yeah,
Gonna miss him.
no doubt. Also, he reminded me to let you know you need to bring that extension cord in.
Yeah, the extension cord.
And clean the
And
fridge.
clean the fridge and get the
Oh,
crumbs.
yes.
And
I am going to start leaving stuff in the fridge now overnight, finally.
I'm just gonna leave one
Till it
forever.
gets moldy.
I'm going to
No.
start stocking the fridge with my stuff and just leaving it overnight.
Well,
I
there's
want to
gonna
leave
be.
my fruit in there.
I'm gonna leave one tub of cream cheese with his name on it. It's never leaving.
Oh, man.
It's gonna stay in the back corner. Don't touch it.
That's
and after
gonna-
a while, you're not gonna want to touch it.
No, at some point, once
It'll-
it's bubbled over.
It'll take on its own life. But for now, don't touch it.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, RIP to Greg.
Yes.
Good dude. Even though he tried his best not to be a good dude, he couldn't
He fell ass backwards into it.
couldn't beat it, man. It's so funny. Like, my first couple weeks here, he was like, it was off-putting to him that I would continue to be nice to him, even though he was clearly trying to make himself an a-hole to me. And finally, I think he just got frustrated and gave in.
All right. How are you?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, how you been?
Oh man, what a show we've got for you today, ladies and gentlemen.
We're there. We've made it.
We've made it
to the end of the desert. This is not a mirage. What you see is, in fact, water. We have made it to the other side.
Yep.
Football is everywhere on the horizon.
All around us.
It's everywhere on the horizon.
Now, we have to go to Dublin, Ireland to get it, but we are getting football
We'll
tomorrow.
get it. We'll get it tomorrow. Hell, we'll get some preseason football tonight.
I'm not counting that. Boy, that game, I tried to watch the game last night.
I flip back and forth between both.
I don't care. The Cowboys I'll watch because of the Silver Star, just because I'm living in the afterglow of the Netflix special, but for the most part, I'm ready for real football.
Boy, I tell you what. That Jackson Dart sure is a football player.
Did he look good?
He looked really good, man.
I saw the Giants drop 2 passes within 2 plays.
That's what I was like.
And then I changed
out.
it.
Yeah.
I went to watch episode 4 of the Cowboys.
So
yeah, your boy Claymore on here is going to have to apologize to you, it looks like, because Claymore gave you a lot of grief for being Team Dart.
Well, it ain't done yet. But
he tried to put me on Team Dart, and I said many times I'm on Team none of these quarterbacks, these rookies.
You put enough lines in the water, eventually one gets bit.
Wow.
So I keep throwing out quarterbacks, but this one actually looks
That's
like
true.
he might do something.
This makes up for Will Levis.
Yeah, I'm not batting 1,000. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Will Levis is not the one, but he looks like he's the real deal. But also, it looks like, I mean, according to the broadcast, and you know how these broadcasts are, these national broadcasts, they go in a couple days early, they talk to the coaches, they talk to the players, they get a night, so they don't sound like buffoons on the air. And the way they made it sound was, it's almost a given that Russell Wilson's a starter.
Yeah.
And the reason why Jameis Winston is there is so Jameis can kind of
stand by him,
can teach Jackson Dart while Russ focuses on actually playing football, because Russ didn't like it when he was asked to be the starter and mold a young guy. So what they're doing is they're letting Russ worry about being the starter and letting Jameis be there with Jackson Dart and kind of mold him into what he's going to be.
It's kind of brilliant. What do you think of Russell when you hear them? Is that a negative thing about Russell, or is it just some guys are different?
Man, I think some guys are different, but I think it's if you're going to be one of the 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, and especially, I mean, if you're going to be one of the 10 or 12 that has had any real amount of success in this league,
need 100% on the.
You really have to be like locked in on what you're doing, and I could see it being difficult to go out there and try to accomplish your goals, which is to win in the NFL, which is already really freaking hard, and then also like be a teacher at the same time.
It's also part of the hiring process. What did you bring me in for? Did you bring me in here to mentor and grow, or did you bring me in here to win football games? And I think that would have to have been established when he was brought in. And it does appear that he is here to win football games. Like, I ain't here to teach. I'm a mercenary. And I have no problem with that. Now, if he was still in Seattle and things were winding down and Dart had arrived and he's like, I want nothing to do with you. I'm here to win football. Now I have a problem, because you're not a mercenary. You're a cornerstone here. You're part of the franchise, and part of your job is to hand the baton off. But where he is now, third team, fourth team, whatever the hell it is now, he is here to do one thing as long as it's established. And after I didn't see the game, but I saw the highlights this morning, and I saw Russell running onto the field celebrating. Well, that told me as soon as I saw that, he knows he's starting.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that, I don't need to hear anything else. He's a starter because he's way too happy for the other guy's success. And I know that's not in Russell.
And mind you, I mean, I've said for a couple of years now, it's funny, when I was interviewing for this job behind the scenes, and I first started listening to you on the radio to kind of get a feel for you, one of the first things you said was, I still think Russell Wilson can be a top 5 quarterback in this league. And I went, what? I said, this guy says crazy things on the radio. And I said, we got a wacky one here. But
I don't remember saying that, but I was trying to make a point.
But either way, it's clear Russell Wilson is no longer that. Russell Wilson is a shell of what peak Russell Wilson was.
It's a wash.
I mean, washed is probably fair. Like, if I call Aaron Rodgers washed, Russell Wilson's in the same boat.
Yeah.
But he's also still one of the 32, like, most capable guys today in the NFL. So I get what the Giants are doing. They don't want to throw a rookie into the fire.
But I think Russell knows that the end is nigh.
Oh, well, I mean,
you're going to be done by week 8.
Yeah.
If you do, and in fact, the better he does, the more likely he sits.
Yeah.
The better this team looks, the more likely he sits down because they have no endeavor to go to the playoffs. I mean, they still need draft picks. They're still growing this team.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you get to 8 weeks into the season and you're sitting at 5-3 or 6-2, you start to go, what are we going to do? Lose every game for the rest of the year?
No, I don't say that. And you do read the tea leaves, but I don't imagine that that kind of success will be.
Oh, God. Their schedule is a murderer's row.
What I'm talking about is if I see a flowing offense, and they're not going to win every game, but if I see the team actually looking good enough for me to put Dart in to kind of be a part of the growth of this team, I'm not going to hesitate. He's already showed me he can do that, and I'll suffer the interception or the fumble or the misplay to make sure that by week 16 or 17, we are ready for next year or a playoff game.
You know who your quarterback is going to be next season. There's no doubt in the world who that's going to be. So
good position to be in now.
All right, let's take our first break of the day. You know what? We'll take mini breaks throughout the day. So if you miss this one, don't worry. We'll take more of them. But that's what we do here. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have a new trouble spot on Loop 410 northbound at Calabria. Good reports of some debris in the roadway. It is taking up a right lane. 35 northbound, the on-ramp from Cesar Chavez Boulevard. Entrance ramp is closed. Got some ongoing road work there. And I-10 eastbound, that off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard. Road work blocking the exit ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Our own Reverend Charles, everybody. Good morning, Reverend.
You know, John, y'all little joke a lot, Captain joke a lot all the time.
Right.
And you funny.
Thank you.
J.D. Ryan's funny, Turley, old pre-K.
Bobo's most funny.
Nah, I don't find Bobo funny at all. Remember that old song by Randy Newman, Show People?
Yeah.
Got no reason to live?
No,
that's Bobo right there.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats, like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yow! Good morning, everybody. Morning, everybody on the Brigade Bar with us today. It's like DVS and Vince and Ren, Frank, Antonio, Greg, Tony.
Usual suspects.
That's right. Tarek, Britton, C-Note all popping in. Condolences for Greg. Already missed. I was telling the story in our meeting the other day about Greg, for those who don't know, Greg brought his dog to work every day. And his dog was kind of our unofficial mascot around here. Josie. Yeah, Josie the dog. And she just roamed the halls every day. She's a good dog. She just roamed the halls and, like, mostly following him around. But if she got lost from him, it was like her mission. She was
on a hunt.
Like, you couldn't pet her because she was
looking for Greg.
I'm busy looking for Greg. Yeah. But he didn't particularly love that Vic and I have been feeding stray cats.
Because that's where she would go. That was her bathroom.
Yeah,
right?
that's her little area, and the cats are out there eating, and Josie doesn't
sniffing
like
everywhere
it.
and doesn't want to come in because the cats have been there. So it's
Well, he said he came in after Kitty Big Balls died, and he said, "I'm not saying that I'm happy about you feeding those bleeping cats, but I'm sorry that your cat died." Then he just turned around and walked out.
That'll be all.
Just turned around and walked out.
And that was
I'm
a
not
heartfelt.
saying I like it that you're feeding them, but I'm sorry your cat died.
And that's about as gentle as he ever got.
I mean,
right there.
you could tell it pained him almost to say it. Like it's like he had to dig deep.
But
Yeah.
damn it, I'm sorry.
There were pauses. There were pauses.
Well, he hated that he was sorry. He wasn't happy
he didn't
about
feel
it.
good about it.
But damn it, I'm sorry. So feel better.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry for your freaking loss.
Damn it. Shouldn't care at all about this, but I do.
Yeah, he was one of those people who was embarrassed to have feelings.
Unless it was UT or the Texans, then he would let you talk about it.
Yes, yeah. Although when I last year when we started talking. I mean, I came in and we started football season pretty much a few months after, and I always give my predictions on what's going to happen in any given games, and he'd come in and be like, "What do you mean the Texans are going to lose this week?" I don't think they're as good as they were a year ago. Well, I guess we'll see about that, won't we?
He was a fan.
That
was as much as it got.
He was.
Come on, Texans, let's do it right this year for him.
Well, come on, let's not put that on him.
Let's put it on him.
Let's just say, like, how about, all right, Ravens, you guys have a good season for Greg. Otherwise, we're going to be disappointed.
Well, I mean, I don't expect the world to stop spinning. I don't expect the world to change. I just wanted to do it for him.
Joe says, "Dope hat, AJ. Thank you." This is from my good friends over at Carbach.
That's the second compliment. He walked in this morning. I was like, "Hey, that's a nice hat. Like that color."
Astros collabed with Carbach, and they made a Hopadillo Astros hat. So it's got the,
nice.
I got the little the hop monster on the side here, and
I had the pumpkin beer yesterday.
What'd you think? Not your thing?
No, it wasn't awful.
No, but it's
fine. It was
a
too
unique
hot.
Taste.
I need to wait until October. I need it to be a little bit cooler to enjoy that. You know what I mean?
I think that's fair.
But I think it's a very crisp, drinkable beer.
Yeah, I drank 3 of them last night.
Very crisp.
Watching football.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad beer. I just had one of each. And the other one is by far my favorite.
Carbachtoberfest.
by far.
Great beer. Pumpkin and Lager is a take on Mother and Lager, which is like one of their long-forgotten beers. It was a real fan favorite, and when they discontinued it, people started bitching. And so
I'd like to try it without the pumpkin.
Well, I think they're going to bring it back. Good. I think they're just going to have to.
Because you can surely taste the pumpkin, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just a beer after the first one. You're like, that was good. I don't want another one.
Well,
it's like a dessert beer.
That's for September, October.
Yeah, it's a very crisp. It'd be very good on a cool porch on a Saturday afternoon. 50 degrees, getting ready for a football game, be perfect.
Well, I kept the AC on in my house, so it was perfect for that.
I'd come in, I was hot, and I cracked that open, and it looked like it was gonna. I mean, it has a good look. It's a good looking beer.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not too dark, not too light,
Yep.
but definitely pumpkin-y. But the other beer is fantastic.
Well,
I tell you, it's fantastic.
We'll have Eric on next Tuesday to discuss all the
pumpkin and
all the
lager.
comings and goings at Carbach. See what's coming up next for them. What's in the chute for them. But he'll ask for our reviews, so you can tell him to make the weather cool down before.
I'm just. I mean, it's obviously pumpkin. We all know.
I think so too.
For the season, and August probably in the best time to.
Probably. Well, August in Texas, certainly.
Yeah, but the thing is, the other beer was so much better for where I was. I was kind of hot and sweaty. And
that's the beer you want to drink coming in from work or something. Oh, yeah.
I can taste it now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right. We got a lot to get into today, and let's start with the football. We'll do that on the other side. We'll take our first look at the Cowboys game tonight. It is the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have a new trouble spot on Loop 410 northbound at Calabria. Getting reports of some debris in the roadway. It is taking up a right lane. 35 northbound, the on-ramp from Cesar Chavez Boulevard. Entrance ramp is closed. Got some ongoing road work there. And I-10 eastbound, that off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard. Road work blocking the exit ramp. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is day 2 at Circa Las Vegas for the ultimate contest weekend.
Dallas Cowboys play a preseason game tonight, but the fireworks really from Jerry Jones's appearance on the Michael Irvin podcast. We'll hear from old Jerry.
And more fallout from the Project Marvel vote yesterday.
The Blitz live in Las Vegas. We start at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
Hey, football fans, fantasy season is here, and Twin Peaks is the place to draft like a pro. From now through September 4th, reserve your fantasy football draft party at any participating Twin Peaks, and you get all kinds of crazy squalor. Score big with a draft kit loaded with everything you need. A $50 kickback card for the commissioner and $5 kickback cards for every guest. Plus, you get to sip on the local specials and enter for a shot at $1,000 in cash thanks to Molson Coors. Twin Peaks, it's your fantasy destination. Book today at twinpeaks.com.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Ends 8/23. Select models only.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ready to let it go, shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, listen to it down. Light it up and take a puff, pass it to Vic now. Oh! Oh, Nelly. Nelly was the hot noise for a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, he was a big star for a little bit. I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of went away.
Yeah, like all of them do, you know. They'll have a spurt.
I think he's still touring.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's still
sure.
But
I don't
didn't
think
he try to act?
I don't think he's taking the
Wait a
Band-Aid
minute.
off.
No, he made a bunch of money someplace else, didn't he? Didn't he throw some money in a drink?
I don't know.
A lot of people invested.
Yeah, I think he. Seriously, I think he made a lot of money someplace else and just didn't need to do anything.
I mean, that might be the case. Might be the case.
Who had vitamin water? Who had that one?
Fitty.
Somebody. I think Nelly got in on something too.
Maybe so. I know Master P is loaded because he invested well.
And he was an agency.
Yeah,
did all kinds of stuff.
That's the best. Have other people making money for you. That's what I need to do. I need you guys to do the show. You and Vic to do the show, and I get paid for it. How do I?
We all need to have some job where other people do the work for us.
That would be so good. Be so good.
Yeah, mailbox money.
Yeah, yep.
I need that.
Joe says Nelly had fools putting Band-Aids on their faces. That's true.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know how he did it, but.
Oh, look, he was arrested in 2024.
No!
Oh. Yeah.
For what?
Possession of ecstasy, and he had an outstanding warrant in 2018.
Come on, Nelly. You're living the thug life?
Who would have thought?
I had high hopes for Nelly. Had high hopes for old Nelly.
So that's what happened to him.
Hey, Dallas Cowboys, friends, were underway tonight. Week 3 of the preseason, the last of it. This is the last night that it doesn't mean much. I say doesn't mean much. It doesn't. The scores don't mean much, I should say. I do think there are some things worth watching, and we talked a little bit yesterday about the running back situation and where Miles Sanders is at on this depth chart, and might be an important thing for him to have a big day. I'm also curious to see if Joe Milton's awful again.
No, it is what it is now.
I mean, Will Greer exists.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, I thought you were afraid of him not being on the Cowboys. They're not going to bring another quarterback in.
No.
I'm just talking quarterback 2. I think QB2 is Will Grier.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I do know that's got to get better.
Well, I will say this. Today it's Will Grier. In a month, it'll probably be Milton.
Okay.
You know what? Because Will Grier's just been here longer.
Oh, that's fair.
And I think that they've given Milton a lot of snaps just to see where he is. But Will's been running this offense and been around since for a couple of years now. So we didn't see much of him. And when we did see him, he was running with threes, and it hadn't looked all that good. But I just kind of assumed that this was Joe Milton's opportunity to get snaps and get reps. But this is really, until everybody's comfortable with Milton at quarterback, Will Grier's too. That's just what I assume. Now, maybe a quarterback shakes loose that they just can't say no to, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Other things maybe to watch for in this game, other position battles. There's some cornerback combos that we don't really know. Obviously, we don't know when Trayvon Diggs is going to come back, but how they're going to line these guys up. But Kamon Hall and Zion Childress, those guys seem to be in the mix. That Israel, I don't know how to say it, Mukwamu. I'm reading he's in the mix as well. And then I also think it's interesting that last week we saw Cooper Rush while the Cowboys are trying to figure out who their backup quarterback is. This week, Ben DiNucci rolls into town. Hey, Nooch, Cowboys
friend.
Seeing some old friends roll through town.
The Nooch made all that money with Dak on hats.
Yeah,
the upside down lettered hats that Nooch started.
He's the one who started it, and
he
Dak threw the money into it.
Dak threw the money into it.
Well, it all works out, I guess. And then, like I said, that running back positional battle is fascinating to me because I know Javonte Williams is a starter. We know that.
And I think if
Jaden
Blue was healthy, he would be the 2, if not soon to be the 1. I think Miles Sanders probably the odd man out. I think they can get the same production at rookie money.
Well, we know Jaden Blue's going to be on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more between Miles Sanders and Phil Maffa.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that they can get the same production out of Sanders for somebody for a little bit less, a little bit younger. It doesn't look good for him. But again, the only times we saw Sanders, he was carrying the ball and doing things that I don't think he's going to do during the regular season unless it's by default. So I don't think they brought him in here to run between the tackles, but I saw him do that a couple of times. So
what's funny is when we were there, in Oxnard, I thought Miles Sanders actually looked pretty good, but by all accounts, ever since we left, there's not been one positive thing said about him.
It appears that way.
And in the preseason games, you don't see a lot of he's not doing anything
or running with the threes. And to be honest, as good, we know who number 1 is. But for the brief shining moment that Blue was healthy, he was the best running back on the roster.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he appeared to be the man.
At least with the running back job. Now, picking up blitzes and all that, I didn't get a chance to see a lot of that. But as far as carrying the ball in a play, he was the most explosive.
Yep. So on Tuesday, Cowboys are going to have to cut down from 91 to 53, and that's a lot of heads to roll.
Yeah, and about 35 of those guys, 30 are they know that they're doomed. But there's a lot of guys that are going to be,
Yeah. Who's the biggest question mark for you?
Well, they're guys that we don't know. We're talking about third. I think Sanders of names that we know. Sanders is probably first on the list of guys that could be gone. Mozzie Smith.
Mozzie's the one I'm most fascinated by. I want to see if they finally admit that this was just not the answer. Like, this guy sucks.
I think that if it was, from what I have seen, if it was being made right now, he's gone.
I think so too.
Unless he really blows up tonight and does. And he won't have to show me much because I've got to justify my pick. If I cut him today as Will McClay, I look even worse. So he's not going to have to do much, but he's going to have to do something.
I mean, the fact that he said himself, I'm just kind of out there standing around. I'm not doing anything. It's like, yeah.
And some of that is he might not understand this new scheme. There's a lot of things in there when I hear players say that because that's so self-determining.
This is your fourth year in the league.
Yeah,
dude.
You're done, man. When you say that, I can't justify keeping you because you can't even justify keeping you.
Well, on top of the fact that whatever the system has been, he's looked the same.
Yeah, he's been terrible. So, and a lot of times it's just to save face as a GM. You just can't cut him because that's an admitting defeat. And you just hope that what you thought you saw in college will finally break through. But we're 3 years into this, and I think that they got a kid in the 7th round that could legitimately take his spot.
I'd rather you admit defeat and start knocking on the next door, see what's works. And if you draft another one next year, no one's going to be mad at you.
Well, there has been a consistent failure at defensive tackle. I mean, it's just one after another. So at some point, you're just going to have to stop doing that.
Well, I mean, you can't stop trying.
Well, no, you're going to have to be the one that stops evaluating talent and find somebody else that can. Because obviously what you're seeing ain't translating.
All right, let's we'll talk more Cowboys coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. We got plenty of football to talk today, though. I want to briefly touch on what happened yesterday with Project Marvel. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait, spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Bob's had the same car, Betty, since high school, and that was a while ago. Bob's dealt with wipers, slow starts, and a few warning lights. And every time, Bob went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped with free services and the right parts to keep Bob and Betty on the road. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I'm just joshing. Vic, your body get rid of the toxins yet?
No.
I didn't think so.
That's the only reason his body's still functioning.
I know.
I didn't
Better
think
living
so.
through chemistry, man.
Yeah, without it, I'll just fizzle out
Toxins.
like a balloon.
I need those
vitamins.
toxins.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Need
those things.
The glue that holds this whole
That's
contraption together.
All right. Morning Huddle 94.1. All right, Rob, the big vote yesterday.
7-4.
7-4.
The magnificent 7.
A vote switched the way at least you and I were hoping. And listen, we don't want to be overly political here. We have our feelings about things. You guys have
our
yours.
Lifeblood.
Yeah.
And I think everybody, when we speak of things like that, should understand where I'm coming from. I mean, this is what I do. But I also understand the value of above and beyond my little circle. And this was... yesterday was we're not done, but when we look back in the great history of San Antonio, this is one of those days that needs to be highlighted. It was one of those days that we were something before it began, and we will become something because of yesterday after it was done. Fight still to be had. I still fully expect an independent economic study to be presented, and if there are bad numbers, we'll have every right to vote on November the 4th, but there was no hindrance now.
So are we not voting to see if we want to spend $500,000 on a independent study?
That's up to the mayor, and she can decide how that money is spent and where it comes from and justify it if she needs to, but she has said she's going to do it, and more power to you. Go do it. Go do it. And I don't think anybody who was behind this yesterday is saying we want to go into this blindly. What we were saying is put it on the ballot, and you've got 3 months now to show us everything that you were afraid of. Now you can go do it. Prove to us that what the numbers that were offered were wrong or so drastically wrong that we would have to say no. But right now we have the right to go vote for it, and that's all we ever ask for.
Yeah.
We'll vote for it.
So, and that's basically what this means is there's no other speed bumps until November, right?
Until November. We know the money that we will be on the hook for. We have a broad stroke of where the money will go and how it will be spent. We have a promise by the Spurs that cost overruns will be covered by them. We have a massive investment in local infrastructure and early education. It's as good a deal as anybody's going to get. And I was telling you, watching the council meeting yesterday, I have never seen an elected official appear so absolutely tone deaf. It's like the things that were going around her, she didn't even notice. It was a losing battle from the get-go. And there were some very impassioned and very thought-provoking speeches that were given in the Citizens to be Heard. But at the end of the day, calmer heads prevailed. What is the reason? The same reasoning as what's the reason to slow down? What is the reason to slow down? We didn't speed the process. We didn't speed things up. This was the process. And just because the mayor was only elected in May and saying, hey, let's slow down, this thing had been going for years. I think Trista Berry, who has her own particular stuff, said it. Look, this isn't something new. This is something that's been going on and negotiated for several years. And for you to arrive at the end of the day going, hey, what's the hurry? There's no hurry. We just reached the end of the process, or at least this part of the process. So it was the people spoke. The people won 7-4. And Vic, City Councilman District 2, he's actually standing in as your elected council person is off on maternity leave or paternity leave or family leave, however you call it. But
I was going to say,
but the stand-in, his reasoning about don't vote for this because the money guys have nice suits. That was a strange defense. That was a strange route to take. Don't vote for the well-breast guys. Okay, I didn't get that one. So it should have. I mean, if that was your only reasoning, it was 8-3. That's you know what I mean. If that's your only reason you didn't like the way they dressed, it was 8-3. It was. What should have happened. And there was so much more drama that needed to be, and it was all inflicted by our mayor, which I still cannot find your true motivation here. I still can't get it. You've never defined what you're not happy with other than you don't trust the numbers that have been verified or at least checked on by your very staff, that you just feel uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel right to you. That's not a good reason to slow this thing down. You just don't like the way it looks.
I think two things were at work here. I think one, she's a new politician and she wanted her fingerprints on this one way or the other. She wanted to become involved.
Well, she is now.
Yeah.
She's going to be a political footnote.
I tend to agree with that. I think the other thing that happened here is once she stood up and said, hey, this is what I really think about this, and then not as many people were with her as she thought were with her. I think she was embarrassed. I think that she tried to double down and it made it worse. And I think that when you're new, especially you're a new woman in politics, you are. I would imagine she's probably, and especially when it comes to talking about sports and the importance of sports to the city. Like, there's probably a bunch of people who are like, oh, what the hell does she know? And she got defensive about it, and I think maybe doubled down where she shouldn't have.
I think there's a lot of that. And I mean,
pride.
she was elected with a pretty good mandate. I mean, she kicked the other dude's ass. I mean, and I'll go back to.
Well, when's the last time San Antonio elected a Republican mayor?
A guy named Thornton, I think, would be pretty close.
What year?
Oh, in the 90s.
Okay, so like to say that she kicked the other guy's ass, she beat a Republican.
Well, I mean, we don't run as parties here.
Oh, okay.
You don't define yourself by party on the council elections.
Okay.
So it's a nonpartisan kind of thing.
I stand corrected.
I mean, but it is kind of a Republican-Democrat kind of idea. I mean, there are two parties running, but really the definition when you're in office is kind of like, you're elected from your district. And I mean, we still have the party platform. But,
was the last guy she was running against a Republican?
Well, there is a Republican because that's how it works. There's a Democratic primary runoff. There is. Okay. We do but it's less partisan on the council than it is in House and stuff like that. But there is a Democratic and Republican primaries, no doubt.
All right. I want to continue this conversation and see what's next for it on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
They had a drone attack on the Kremlin, man.
Okay.
Putin says that he thinks that the Ukrainians tried to assassinate him.
How would a drone get that close to the president?
Russia kind of faked a little insurgent attack on themselves. So they did this thing and said, those Ukrainians tried to kill me.
That's how he talks.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147. Or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos
Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with the good news. Just cleared that accident downtown at 35 lower level northbound Main to Brooklyn. Had a full-on closure. They've just cleared that. So you still might notice a little bit of a slow residual delay from I-10. But the good news is that has cleared. On the northeast side of town, Selma area, 35 southbound as you approach Olympia Parkway. Getting reports of an accident just occurred, so a little bit of a delay from FM 1103. And a stall at I-10 westbound West Avenue, now off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
There will be no strategic pause. It's onward and upward for Project Marvel. Yesterday, the City Council met and voted 7-4 to move forward with a non-binding term sheet that summarizes the funding for Project Marvel. It's now onto the ballot November the 4th. In college football news, the SEC has announced it will implement a 9-game football schedule beginning in 2026, according to ESPN's Pete Thamel. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
702 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I was, as I continue to dig into Project Marvel, which, by the way, if you haven't heard, Project Marvel passed yesterday, or the movement to for a strategic pause was voted down yesterday. Right. I guess is the reality.
Carrying forward as this plan was designed.
I was reading about what's going on the east side, and community leaders are working to keep attention and investment on the east side with this Project Marvel.
As we should.
We want the community to attain the benefits, not the burdens of Project Marvel, who is executive director for San Antonio for Growth on the east side. City officials are focused on development downtown in the Hemisphere area. Why aren't we trying to drive that economic influx into the east side, he asks.
Well, that is a failure from San Antonio. And I understand why a lot of the citizens, especially on the east side, down that commerce corridor, are very wary. I would be too. A lot of promises were made when the Frost was built where it was. But we have to remember why it was built where it was. It was a bit of a last resort. The attempt was to build it essentially where the new building is going to be built, except kind of across the street, was the plan initially. And it just didn't work out for 50 different reasons. So this was a last resort kind of issue, and it was built on county land, not city land. And there was an attempt. We'll build it there, and because we're going to build it there, we think there's going to be this corridor of growth that, people going to and from the downtown area to the arena would spur economic development. It didn't. People came to the arena and left. They didn't go downtown back and forth. It didn't become that. And we've learned over time that you don't grow like a spider web. You grow in concentric circles, and the concentric circles will ripple out. And that's just a more effective method than let's feed one pipeline out and you have these lines of economic growth down a major primary street. And then right at one block off, there's nothing. It's an economic wasteland. Well, that we've learned to draw the circle, grow the circle, and the ripple effects will come. And I think that will be a better way to see the East Side growth as we do see Project Marvel grow into something that will be a magnet for things to come downtown to help the infrastructure that the East Side so desperately needs. Nobody's saying that they've gotten the benefit of what happened at the Frost. No, they got the short end of the stick. It didn't work out. But we've learned. I hope that the currently city leaders have learned from mistakes and will do a better job at following through on some promises that have been left unfulfilled. There's no doubt.
I do know this. I mean, it's very difficult if you put a stadium in a non-downtown area and hope that it's just going to grow, like something's going to sprout up around it. That's a tough ask.
Especially there, because if you're going to do that, it needs to be a bunch of open fields out beside it so that there's not a bunch of destruction and displacing families and all the other things that go on with, some would call it gentrification, others would call it urban renewal. It depends on how you look at things. And because it was in an old established neighborhood, they weren't able to just tear down a bunch of buildings and create the entertainment district that we so desperately wanted down there. It just never came to fruition for 100 different reasons. And the city lies squarely as one of the reasons why it didn't work out. They didn't do a good job with it. And hopefully the lessons were learned.
For those familiar with the Houston's stadium setup, the baseball stadium and the basketball arena are downtown. Obviously, there's plenty of nightlife, things like that around them. The football stadium is in the medical center. I mean, it's probably 5 miles, 6 miles from downtown, but I'm 6 miles in Houston talk is
nothing.
Like it's a long way.
Well, I mean, distance is nothing, but driving. But
yeah, you're not getting out of the game and going to the bars downtown is what I'm saying. And that's why when the Astrodome shuttered, the Astros were focused on getting downtown. They knew they needed that. Now, I mean, football is a different thing because football, you're tailgating. Like
it's a weekend thing, and it's not going to affect your Tuesday afternoon gross.
Yeah.
But basketball will.
But I do know that, you know, as someone who saw Houston before and after, and remember, the original basketball arena was not downtown in Houston either. The Summit was not downtown. When they built those those stadium, arena, whatever you want to call them, downtown changed completely, and it became a center for like more bars, more restaurants. Houston downtown used to be very business.
Yes,
it was
a bunch of parking lots and tall
skyscrapers. Yeah, and now there's nightlife there. There's restaurants, there's bars, and that's the kind of stuff that people go and spend money at. I think we're going to see a major and San Antonio, because of what they are as a city, what we are as a city, is it's a tourist city to begin with. So there's some of that, but that's going to grow. Down around NRG or whatever they call that football stadium now, there's not new bars popping up all the time. Just because it's not an area where people are going to look to party.
And it's only used on Saturdays and Sundays. I mean, there's very different purposes, and we have the Dome for that kind of stuff, and we learn from that experience as well. That the weekend events are great, but it's not going to sustain growth outside of the Dome. But if you're there 42 nights a year, 40, well, maybe 50 when you count preseason and playoffs, suddenly you can make a genuine difference just for the Spurs part. We're not even counting the rest of the stuff. But we have learned over the years that if you're coming to, visitors aren't going to leave the Riverwalk. There's not going to be, they're going to go to Southtown, they're going to visit the Missions. They're not going to venture east. We have to develop that part of town more as a business hub instead of a tourist hub. They're not going to go party down Commerce Street. But we can invest and make sure that the small businesses and things that are thriving have a better chance of survival, and then the boats will start lifting. And the Spurs are playing a role in that. And when you provide that early education, it makes it easier to live in those areas, because if you got young kids and you have access to those things, that's an economic draw. So you bring people down. The tide will rise. But now is the time for the next 3 months. For those that are that didn't like the way it looked, you've got plenty of time now to prove that you were right. Go get the study done. Go see. And I think at the end of the day, we're all going to find that you have to make the decision, and it's an old economic term, guns or butter. You either got to decide you're either going to grow or you're going to just maintain. And those that are on the side of growing, there's money to be made. It's not going to be a suck on the environment. We are going to grow. We've at every instance has it worked. Even the failures have worked, and I think we can quantify the Frost Center as as a long-term net equal at best. But it still helped. Even what little it did do, it's better off that it's there than it wasn't. The investment did work out, even if it wasn't what we expected. We're still better off for it.
Automatic says also you got to take into account that we have a river downtown, and wherever we build something, it's a big deal, so the river doesn't get disturbed.
Oh, it's not. Trust me, that's the golden
bother
goose.
Things?
No, it's going to only improve what is already there. This is going to be our Riverwalk. You think it's fun now? You think it's cool now? Wait till Marble is done. It's just going to be bigger, better, glitzier, more fun, more stuff. My concern is we start to lose that local San Antonio charm, because this is going to transform our city.
Yeah.
For those that have been to true large, and I'm talking international cities that have been in the tourist industry for hundreds of years, that know what it means to bring people in and keep them here and keep their money. We're becoming that. And we've been really good at a weekend place. We want you come here, stay a week. And I think this is one of those things that will further that.
I also think there's parts of downtown San Antonio that are going to become unaffordable to the regular San Antonio.
We want that. That's where the tax dollars are.
Fancy
We want that.
steakhouses.
We want that.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what paves your streets. That's what puts the sidewalks. That's what funds the drainage. When we start selling real estate downtown for hundreds at an inch, then there's money to do the things that we need to get done in areas that we've forgotten about. That's where the money comes from. That's how you garner it.
You were saying something about yesterday during the meeting, or I guess what is it, where the citizens speak? Is that like
it's citizens to be heard. It's every Thursday at every city council meeting. You have the right to go discuss whatever you think is pertinent to the council, and they pretty much can't say no. And you see the line yesterday was around the bend. It is your constitutional right to talk to those that you have elected.
And Peter Holt was one of the people who showed up.
Peter Holt was there. We saw Sean Elliott and Johnny Hernandez. There was a myriad of great San Antonians who went and took the podium and put their name and their reputation on the line for something that they believe wholeheartedly needs to be done. And on the other side, too. And I don't want to fault those that were anti. That's your right to do so, and I'm not mad at you for doing it. And there's still time for you.
And you got a chance to vote.
You're still time. All I was ever for was put this in front of us, and we'll decide.
Yeah. But it does look like this should just roll straight through until November now, and the framework is in place. And it says that there were 3.5 hours of public comments in City Hall. You mentioned Sean Elliott. He was sort of the mouthpiece of the Spurs yesterday.
They brought out the big guns yesterday.
But the term sheet estimates it'll take 57 months to design and build the arena, and that will start, I guess, as soon as the vote goes through in November.
Money, as soon as we can pay for the first shovel dig, we're going to get to work. We have to.
So we're talking about 5 years from now?
Man, that's about right.
That's a long time, man. That's a long time. I had no idea that Institute of Texas Culture site was 13 acres.
That's big. It's a big old plot of land. Yeah, and I think in hindsight, if we could have redone everything way back in 1999, when this was all an issue before, and they were looking at building the dome across the street there on what is now Chavez, and it was an old public housing development that had been there forever. Vic, what was the name of that place? Victoria Courts. It was Victoria Courts. In hindsight, I don't think we saw how quickly the Institute for Texan Cultures would decline over the next 20 years. It had been part of it had been part of the 68 World's Fair, our Hemisphere, and that was kind of the primary building, and it was just kind of significant. And we held events there, but if in hindsight, I think we'd have torn it down 20 years ago. It really was at its end of use, and we didn't realize it. And it just kind of sat there for 10 years with just kind of decaying as people were debating as to who should have control. The UT education system, to the city have it. I mean, there was a lot of questions, and it just got left to rot. In hindsight, I think if we'd have done things differently, we'd already had an arena right there. We should have built it there the first time.
I also didn't realize that the vote yesterday didn't impact the rest of Project Marvel, only the Spurs arena.
Yeah, the other stuff, the county is all in on it, man. That was already on the docket.
That includes expanding the convention center, constructing a land bridge over I-37
to get the parking and back and forth,
turning the downtown federal courthouse into a live music venue.
Yep,
I didn't know that was what it was.
All of this, yes.
And then renovating the Alamo Dome. I didn't know that. I knew they were going to do work on the federal courthouse. I didn't know they were going to turn it into a live music venue.
Well, that part of land will be. The wood is going to turn into something.
Okay.
Yeah, this is so. We're going to transform our downtown, the likes of which we have not seen. I would say 80% of the San Antonians haven't seen the changes we're going to go through that we haven't seen since '68. And then you can go '68, and then you can go back to '36 when we redid the river. I mean, we can go back to those significant events that made San Antonio who we are, and we just voted on the next. And we played a role in what our city will look like over the next 50 years. It is that big a deal.
The team's lease at the Frost Center ends at the end of the 2032-33 season. My question is, if there are new arenas done before that,
I'm sure there'll be.
Would there be some sort of buyout? Or
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
That's if that's our last hurdle, that'll be just an easy step.
Okay. Yeah. So lot to dig into over the next few months, but it looks like we are on the path to digging into the ground.
Much ado about what should have been nothing.
Sure. I mean, we certainly feel that way. I understand that there are people who feel otherwise.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is we all knew it was going to go on the ballot. Everybody will have their opportunity to vote for it on November 4th. And to say, well, let's stop and evaluate, no, let's put it out there. And if we don't like it over this period, we'll have our chance.
Yep. All right. I got to tell you about L&S Pump Repair. And, guys, if you're in the oil and gas game here in San Antonio, and a lot of you are, Eagle Ford Shale, you're drilling or you're managing saltwater disposal, whatever it may be, listen up. We know keeping your pumps running is critical. I worked out on an oil rig for a little while after I got out of the military, and I know the number one complaint was downtime, because downtime meant money. Like if as long as that rig is sitting out there and it's not moving, money it's just blowing away. And San Antonio is at the heart of Texas oil and gas industry. There's over 90 oil and gas extraction businesses in our area. That means thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of hours, and millions of dollars on the line. And when something slows down, you got a pump slowed down, you pump in, it's locked up, L&S is the place to call. They're your local trusted partner for all those needs, specialize in everything from saltwater disposal pumps to heavy-duty H pumps, 24/7 on-site service, which means you call them, they'll be out there. And they keep their parts stocked, which means you don't got to wait around and say, oh, well, we'll get out there when we get the part in. No, they've got it ready to go. That is a huge benefit. If you want to avoid that costly downtime, keep your operation smooth, call L&S Pump Repair, 936-853-3810. That's 936-853-3810. Tell them you heard about it here. It's L&S Pump Repair. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is day 2 at Circa Las Vegas for the ultimate contest weekend.
Dallas Cowboys play a preseason game tonight, but the fireworks really from Jerry Jones's appearance on the Michael Irvin podcast. We'll hear from old Jerry.
And more fallout from the Project Marvel vote yesterday.
The Blitz live in Las Vegas. We started 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Well, these polymers aren't as flexible as batch K3.
Researcher Laurie is stretched thin.
Did you get the vulcanization analytics from V66? Oh, wait, are these rubber scores from last week?
She needs to hire new lab technicians so she can bounce back into her old self.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our matching platform lets you spend less time searching and more time connecting with candidates. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If you've started thinking about what to wear this fall, your timing is perfect because Macy's Fall Preview event has early deals on looks everyone will be wearing. Romantic dresses from BCBG and Avec Les Filles, Western-inspired boots and bags from Steve Madden, all 25% off. Plus, take 15 to 25% off fall beauty from Yves Saint Laurent, Estee Lauder, and Clinique. Don't wait. This fall preview won't be around for long. So come into Macy's today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights, stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the Junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
What? Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. See it. Oh, Morning Huddle 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. Man, when this song came on, you had to you had to get down, baby.
Yep. Didn't matter where you were.
I picture Rob at the club when this popped on.
Oh yeah. After a few hit you and
yeah,
a couple shots, a few beers.
Yeah.
In the club.
I bet Rob was probably Rob was married by the time this song was out, I'm sure.
I was post club era by this.
So I imagine Kelly popping it. Like
we had retired to
Rob standing behind her like a cowboy.
Yeah, holding a drink up in his hair,
holding a fake lasso while
you say
Kelly
that
was holding
you're
on to
the
her
one
feet.
who knows the words. What were you doing?
I wasn't married when this was out, so I was doing that same thing, but with some random.
I was not. I was and was not.
Don't tell me you were F-banging.
I did what I wanted back then, baby.
What year do you think this was?
Back that ass.
97?
No, this is like probably 99, 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, 2000.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had kids.
Represent for the 99 and the 2000. That's how the song starts.
See,
so,
I had kids. That was not in the club.
Wanna walk it like a doggy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
The what? Drop it like it's hot. There you go, Vic. Vic bringing out the heaters. Okay, Rob. Let's switch over to the Spurs just real quick.
The team?
The
what
actual
really matters?
basketball team.
Okay.
If I said, what do the Spurs really need? What's something that they could really use?
Like the
still,
position?
Like I
would still like a rim running big.
Okay. That's not. You weren't supposed to say that.
Or a shooter?
A shooter is what I was hoping.
Well, yeah. We evidently don't care about that.
Can I interest you in Malik Beasley?
I like me some Malik Beasley, but we got a lot of those guys.
Well, Malik Beasley's one of the better shooters in the NBA.
Yeah, he is.
We don't have a lot of the better shooters in the NBA on this team.
But the problem with Beasley is he's a starter.
Yes.
We don't need starters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We got enough guys that are about 6'8" that can run, jump, and shoot. We need a spot player that has like a shootist. We need a dude that's here for one reason.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I love me some Beasley, but where would we put him? Where exactly do you think? Small three, a three, probably.
I don't really know. I mean, I guess maybe putting him on the floor pushes Harrison Barnes off the floor.
Oh, it does. And you and I, didn't we watch Beasley hang 40 on us one night?
Yeah.
I love me some Malik, but I just don't know where he fits with us.
Well, here's the deal. Malik Beasley is about to hit free agency. I guess he'll be reopens his free agency because breaking news, no longer the target of a federal gambling investigation. His attorney, Steve Haney, and Mike Schachter are telling ESPN that they have dropped the investigation. So that means he is essentially a free man.
Do we know the behind the scenes on this, or there was just suspicion and that's all we knew?
I mean, I don't know that we know anything other than
there was suspicion.
There was an investigation. Yeah. It says months after this investigation commenced, Malik remains uncharged and is no longer the target of an investigation. An allegation with no charge, indictment, or conviction should never have the catastrophic consequences this has caused Malik.
Absolutely agree with that.
So he is now, he's got he was the second best three-point shooter in the league last year. And is now
he's worth a lot of money.
Going to hit the open market. But that's the other thing. I don't think he's a fit on the Spurs.
No.
I mean, I love his skill set. I'd love to have that skill set on the Spurs, but he doesn't fit the timeline and all those types of things. But he is going to help somebody.
Yeah, absolutely he will. But it's just unfortunate timing for the Spurs, and as unfortunate a situation as it is, and as at least according to his attorneys, the investigation is done. That stink just doesn't disappear.
No.
You know, when he's negotiating with anybody, the GMs are going to build in some kind of poison pill that will protect them even more than just, you know what I mean? So he's still going to have to deal with this, good, bad, or indifferent. This is still unfortunate for this kid.
It's very unfortunate, and it's almost, I mean, it's probably not quite as damning as a sexual assault allegation, but anytime you get in. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't think Malik Beasley bet on sports. I'm sure he probably did.
Or at least was around some people that were benefiting.
At the end of the day, I am a believer in our justice system to the point where there needs to be beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty of something before we start dragging names.
Exactly. That's why we should have never known about this until you have to be 100% sure you're going to level. It's like a rape allegation. You better bring it if you're going to bring it.
But this is going to hurt his reputation. But now that he's cleared, there are, like you said, there will no doubt be something worked into his contract that says, hey, we can get out of this thing if something else pops up.
Even if we think, we got to get out of this.
But he is going to get paid handsomely, I'm guessing.
And I'll tell you what, if I got a little bit of money and I'm on the edge, I mean, if I'm the Lakers, I don't know how much money they got, but when you look at guys that can genuinely affect the outcome of your season, he's one of those few that still can.
And then the other sort of NBA news that's, I guess, on the outskirts of NBA news, Jaylen Brown's dad, accused of attempted murder, allegedly stabbed someone Wednesday night in Las Vegas.
So is he on vacation or does he live there?
I don't know. He just says he was arrested Thursday morning, booked into Clark County Detention Center, made his first court appearance yesterday afternoon, and is going to be back on Tuesday. Bail bond was set at $300,000.
What are you doing with a knife?
Two people got into an argument in a parking lot. Brown dinged the victim's car when he got out of his SUV, which led to an argument. And according to the police report, Brown then stabbed the victim multiple times after his back was turned. That's where it goes from, there's no self-defense at that point now.
And you're carrying a knife?
A little odd. The victim was taken to a local hospital, is recovering from surgery. Brown's attorney says his client was attacked first and the stabbing was in self-defense, but you stabbed him in the back. That's going to be tough. This is not. It sucks for Jaylen Brown because it's
your dad.
It's your dad.
Whether you approved or he's innocent or not. I mean, you're still going to have to put your name out there.
Oh.
The circumstances of this, I hope there's some video, or he's in trouble.
Oh, I do too, because it's real hard to plead self-defense when
stabbed him 8 times in the back.
Yeah, multiple stabs to the back. Yeah, I don't know how this ends up, but yeah, 57 years old. What are you doing getting into a knife fight when you're 57?
You're 57. Your kid's worth $150 million.
That's why I don't go anywhere.
How are you in that
I don't
situation?
go anywhere.
I ain't looking to fight with a knife. What's wrong with you people?
I'd have a gun. Just get it over with.
Yeah, if you're going to fight with a gun, man. Get it over with.
Carry a taser.
Yeah. 57, you're too old. But
I want to surprise him, and I want to carry a paintball gun with pepper spray in it.
Knife's a lot of work for a 57-year-old man.
A knife.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you carry around a little.
Yeah, but I don't think if I whip out my keychain pocket knife, they're going to take me to jail for attempted murder.
You never know. If you stab someone multiple times, like what if you use the corkscrew attachment?
I guess I could go after them.
Remember to take that off if you fly anywhere.
Oh no, they get confiscated. I just keep buying them. But I guess this would be enough to. But if
will be enough to put someone in the hospital.
I'm in a tussle. Some dude, and I pull out my. Hold on, just.
Well.
Oh wait.
Imagine you guys are doing a whole bunch of talking. Imagine you're doing a whole bunch of talking, and then he turns around to walk away from the argument.
And then I pull out my little fingernail cleaner.
You got your keys in your hand anyway.
Your fingernail clippers.
I like to think he had like a either a butterfly knife.
That's what he's whipping that, or a stiletto, the things that pops out,
or a nice Bowie knife. You know,
just pulled out like a sword,
big ass K-bar knife,
un machete.
Oh yes.
See.
Yes.
But no, it's probably a little.
Or maybe a switchblade. It'd be badass, SA.
Man, I need to see what kind
Don't you know I'm loco? Then you stab him. I don't know how many times.
You pull out a little knife like I've got, you are loco.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to fight someone with your knife.
No.
You might want to use a bigger knife. Did you carry a knife when? Oh, you didn't carry a knife when you were in the military. What am I thinking?
No, actually, I did. I mean, I had a whole multi-tool.
Oh, I mean, like I carried a fighting knife.
No, I carried a big. No, the knife we gave was a special issue Air Force kind of like multi-tool, and it had a switchblade knife.
Okay.
Pop open.
Did you you didn't have a knife, huh?
No, I didn't have anything.
Yeah, we had like big.
No, mine was it was a folding knife, but it was bright orange, and it had a switchblade. It would pop open.
And we had to train with the plastic versions of them.
Okay, yeah.
It was like a dildo fight damn near.
Like a cosplay Star Wars fight.
Yeah, I just tried to whatever hand-to-hand combat stuff that we did. All I did was try to turn it into wrestling.
So all I ever saw,
I would hit the guy's hand as hard as I could, and then just do a takedown and try to grab his knife.
In basic training, have to go through where I always see you guys fighting with those like lacrosse sticks and football helmets?
Like those American Gladiator sticks. Pugil sticks.
Yeah,
Pugil sticks.
Did you have to do that too?
No.
Yeah, we did that.
That's Air Force point. No, we didn't do any of that.
We beat the hell out of each other with those things.
Nope. That always looked kind of cool though.
They were not soft.
No, I imagine not.
It feels like it's almost like the kind of leather like a boxing glove feels like at the end, but it's like around this. I don't even know what's underneath it, but it's hard.
But it's hard.
And then you're putting on those like 1972 Earl Campbell football helmets that look like that don't have any padding on the inside, just like parachute
the
cord.
The worst we had was just you had to go into the gas chamber and
we had to do that.
Yeah, but that was the worst we had.
There was never any fighting.
Oh no.
Oh God, we spent an inordinate amount of time just beating the hell out of each other. In hindsight, it's like, I don't know that. I mean, I guess it's good training.
That's perfect for you, though. I mean, you did all of that before.
I want you guys. I want you guys fighting. I don't think you wanted us Air Force types fighting. We had to keep our hands available. We were dealing with big things that would blow up in our face.
And I thought I was like I thought I was a real good boxer back then, and I could beat most of the guys. But there was this guy who was like a real boxer, and I'd never. Like I fought all the time growing up, but I never once stepped foot in a boxing gym before, like in high school. No, but we would box in the racquetball court, and I had beat like 4 dudes in a row, and I was feeling myself. I'm like, I'm piecing these kids up, and this dude who was like a real boxer whooped my ass so bad that like I was lost. I was trying to leave the racquetball court, and I couldn't find the door. I was like, oh, man, I was for sure concussed.
Were you pulling an Aikman?
That's what it felt like. I was like, I felt like Tua.
James Leha here in San Antonio, world champ.
Oh, yeah.
One back, he had won a fight, and I was doing a thing with him and went to his gym, and he bet me that I couldn't hit him. Like, you can't hit me in the head.
Yeah.
There's no way you can hit me. And I was like, come on, man, I can hit you. It's like, come on in the ring, let's see.
Yeah, you can't.
No, it was, I'm always amazed by when I'm trying to grab my dog, how fast my dog can get away from my hands. Like, no matter how quick I am, my dog's faster. They're just.
Well, that's like when I see cat versus snake videos.
Exactly. Leha was cat versus snake. There was no way I was going to hit him in the head.
Snake keeps thinking he's going to bite the cat, and the cat's like,
so,
yeah, right.
And it's kind of like when you see
like
the worst guy on any college basketball team. See the guy that's sitting on the end of the bench. And then pull him out and go play with some dudes at the gym. And that guy anybody who's trained to do anything is just so much better than the guys who learn to do it on the street. I mean, just the worst guy you've ever seen will eat you alive on a court.
This was me, Andy Roddick used to come on my radio show when I was in Austin, when, Andy Roddick was a big deal back then. And I used to kind of give him grief about tennis. Like, tennis is a lady sport.
Until he fires that 105-mile serve at you.
I eventually went out there and tried. Like I said, I could return a serve. And he's like, I'll give you 20 chances. He's like, I don't think you'll return one. And he was right. 20 serves. Almost all of them I didn't even touch with my racket.
Get a racket. It lands 100 yards the other direction.
It's hard, man.
But
That's hard.
zero of one of them made it over the net. But it was like
it was way
20 feet off to the other court. None of the other ones even made it back to the net.
Trying to hit air. I mean, watching him, I'm swinging, and he's already moving. He knows where I'm going to swing before he even. I learned it was keeping your foot outside your lead foot, though. He taught me the defense.
Absolutely
Stay outside.
Absolutely
I couldn't touch him.
And if you get a chance, you step on his foot. And then
I couldn't have done that.
Then you throw a punch.
No,
That's the key.
I didn't want to accidentally graze him either.
Especially now,
he might have gotten mad.
Was he punching back?
Well, he was showing me what he would do. I'm jabbing, and he's like ducking over and hitting me over here. I'm like, how'd you even get over there? I don't even know how you got over there to hit me over there. Seriously, I mean,
you're like, which one of y'all?
But he would show me. He showed me how you place your foot and how you can move over, and I would go right over like a right hook. And he was on my left side, battering me in the kidney, like, bah, 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 bah. He would So this is what I would do here. Like,
so then Rob pulled out his knife.
What are you going to do, pick my teeth with that?
They said, I'm cutting these gloves off right now. I'm done.
Well, the thing is, anytime you're in the ring with a professional fighter, I don't want him to have a flashback at all. I don't want him to even think that I might actually hit him in anger.
Or somebody yells something to piss him off.
Or, he screams something, he forgets it for just 1 second, and he punches me in the kidney.
Well, you remind me of this guy who hit on my wife.
And the thing is, he was so much, he's a smaller guy.
Yeah.
So he was... It was like watching Princess Bride when the guy finally just climbed up on top of Andre the Giant. That's what it had been. He'd have just killed me. Just climbed up and just choked me out, and I'd be dead.
Well, that was for me when I was fighting, the best thing was that I trained with guys who were so much better than me that when I actually fought people, they didn't feel like they were very good. But that meant in training, pretty much all the time, I felt like you felt. Like I was fighting guys that I had no chance against.
Well,
Like, it's a waste of time. Like, I'm never going to win. I just need to not get beat up real bad.
I just kind of always felt like if I had to, I could step in and, I've watched enough fights, I can bob and weave. And then you realize, what are you thinking?
I've watched it on TV.
No, you can't. No, yeah. You've seen it enough on TV. I can do most things pretty well. I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even on the same atmosphere. I mean, this guy's above and beyond. And he was, well past retirement. It wasn't like he was sharp.
No. All right, let's hit a break, Rob. Tell the people where you're bunking with your biscuits.
Oh, that's where I take my biscuits. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. As school has begun, what are you going to do with your babies? What are you going to do with your furry family members once everybody's back in school and gone all day long? If you're like me, your dogs get, lonely. They're sitting in their pens just waiting for you to arrive. Why don't you take them someplace fun? A luxury resort, if you will. Think temperature-controlled suites and play yards. They've even got splash pads on those hot days. That's what I said. Splash pads. Don't worry, they clean the dogs up, come home smelling nice. Whether it's just for a day or an overnight, you got you covered there at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Heading out for the weekend, head over and drop them off. Your babies will appreciate you for it. They're going to have a good time. be taken care of with love and affection just like you would give them. And they get to play with all their furry friends. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit makes sure your dog has a vacation of their own. It's locally owned just like your favorite teams, and they love San Antonio, and they love your pets even more. It's run by folks who truly care about animals. I can tell you from firsthand experience, they do. My dogs love going over to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, and I love taking them because they get 24/7 on-site care. The webcam access is great. You can check on your babies all the time, and a staff that treats your dog like you treat your dog or like they treat their own dogs. They even do temperament assessments, and I got some 2 dogs. They said they have some impulse control. Well, they got to go play with dogs just like them. If you're ready to check them in, you want to find out more, go to mybunkinbiscuit.com. That's mybunkinbiscuit.com. But I tell you what, go by. They're over at 35, just outside of 1604. I'm right by Gilman Auto. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Take your babies over there, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with the good news. Just cleared that accident downtown at 35, lower level, northbound Main to Brooklyn. Had a full-on closure. They've just cleared that. So you still might notice a little bit of a slow residual delay from I-10. But the good news is that has cleared. On the northeast side of town, Selma area, 35 southbound as you approach Olympia Parkway. Getting reports of an accident just occurred, so a little bit of a delay from FM 1103. And a stall at I-10 westbound West Avenue, now off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a stuff. The course will keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week. No point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ziprecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years.
And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying. Yeah! Yeah! That's right. Looking forward to the weekend, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. How about a little college football news there.
There it goes, baby. We are on the clock.
Yeah, and
14 hours away, baby.
Let me give you a little. Well, at 8:30, we'll take a look at the Week 0 games. We'll get into those a little bit, see what we think is important, how we think those might go.
When are we going to call our shots?
You know what?
National championship.
I guess we probably do
Week
that.
0 is kind of. I mean, we don't have to do it today, but I'm just saying next week would probably.
No, I think maybe we should have some.
I don't
decisions.
think anybody playing this weekend has any sway on national titles.
I agree. Okay.
No dispersions cast toward Iowa State, Kansas State at all.
I mean, this game goes a long way to who wins the Big 12.
Yes,
I believe
it does. That's a bowl. I mean, a playoff berth.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
But we'll talk about those games. We'll probably make our big predictions next week sometime. But the SEC has decided they'll play a 9-game conference schedule starting in 2026. This has been kind of a battle back and forth. A lot of the coaches don't want to add a 9th game. This is a big deal because basically what it does is on the positive side, it protects some rivalries,
more football, more conference football, more televisable conference football, which is at the end of the day why they're doing this.
Yes, and when they have a requirement to play an additional power conference opponent, now why give money to another conference when
it's true? There's a lot of directional mid-major football programs today scrambling because they're going to have to make up every one of these games. When A&M or Texas plays directional U, normally there's a payout involved around $1 million just for playing us and being a tackling dummy. You know, you take your bumps, but you're going to add $1 million to your athletic budget. Now, there's a lot of those schools that are going to have to make up for that someplace else. It is a further separations of the haves to the have-nots.
Well, every team is going to face every other SEC program at least once every 2 years.
It has to be that way.
And every opponent home and away over 4 years.
And that's great.
You are going to have they'll play without divisions. They'll play 3 annual opponents focused on maintaining traditional rivalries. So you'll have 3 built-in every year opponents.
With one extra.
And then
or 2 extras, right?
No, so it'll be 3 rivalry games and then 6 rotating games.
Right, 6 rotating, but of those 6, do 3 rotate less than others, or is it?
They all rotate. I think they rotate equally.
I'm all for this. I think this is a great. As an A&M fan, A&M Georgia. I guess it's happened. We've been around for a long time, and there's teams that we just never see. So. It's been a slow inculcation into the SEC. We're talking about a decade in, and there's some teams we've only played twice. So I'm all for this just for conference viability. Not viability. That's not a good familiarity. I mean, it's good to travel the conference. I can't imagine, with these giant conferences that you're going to see teams if you don't do this. And you want to have some kind of continuity here. We were forced to play South Carolina so often because they were trying to build up some kind of that. It just felt like we were stuck in the mud.
Well, here's the thing. This is, and by the way, every SEC team will still be required to have one Power 4 or Notre Dame opponent on their schedule.
Another absolute TV necessity.
Yeah.
That off week, we still need to be able to televise you.
Now, there's some people who are going to be on don't like this. For instance, Miami and Florida State, both of them won't be able to play Florida every year. That it's not going to happen anymore. So that kind of sucks. The other thing that's going to happen here is that we don't know who the built-in rivalries are yet.
The thing about rivalries is you can't force them.
Well, but that's the thing. You have to.
Right.
Because, and here's the way they're going to do this.
They tried to force South Carolina on us, and it never worked.
Well, they might end up forcing South Carolina on you. That's still a real possibility. But the way that they're going to do it is, how they're going to do it. They're going to start with the big-time programs are going to get their first druthers, and Alabama's going to, whoever makes the most sense for Alabama, whoever makes the most sense for Tennessee, Florida.
Well, we can see, regionality for A&M, it's LSU, Texas, and OU. I mean, that makes sense. That's how it should be.
Okay. Texas and Texas A&M is a lock to me. Texas and Oklahoma is also a lock. My guess is Texas's third team is Arkansas.
Probably.
And that, to me, for Texas, those 3 make the most sense.
And for us, LSU is the third. That's Arkansas might be, but that other one, it feels more like LSU for regionality and basic attitude. Kind of feels more appropriate to us. But if you told me that let's rebuild this Arkansas rivalry home and home, for those that never experienced it, it was phenomenal. So I wouldn't be upset with that. It's just something that we haven't dealt with in the past, and most recently, the rivalry that felt the most natural apart from Texas and OU was LSU.
And A&M LSU makes a lot of sense to me, but LSU also has natural rivalries that they're going to have that they're going to have to take into account.
Like I said, if it fell back on, Arkansas, just by regionality and familiarity, that's going to be your third. Hey, man, I have no problem with that at all. But don't tell me it's got to be Mississippi State because we wear the same colors and we're a land-grant school. Don't do that. Find a reason for the rivalry, or at least a regionality. South Carolina will never be a rival for A&M. We can play every year, and we could go 500 against each other. We're still not going to look at that game as other than one more game.
What I will say is, if I'm an Aggie fan, I wouldn't mind if they threw me one of those.
It fluctuates up and down. You can't, just because the team is good now or bad now doesn't mean they're always going to be good or bad. So
no,
I like the idea of regionality. Kids that went to high school, one went to Arkansas, one went to A&M. I like that. That feels like how rivalries begin.
But the baseline of South Carolina is going to always be lower than the baseline of LSU or Oklahoma.
Well, we say that now, but I've seen both those programs be successful, and both of them suck. So, I make plans for 20 years, and I think the continuum will go up and down. But I do know that regionality is the easiest way to form a rivalry.
But that is going to be the big to-do, is who gets to pick what rivals, how rivalries are decided.
The TV will pick that.
There's nobody has like a real rivalry with Missouri.
No.
Which I imagine.
Well, Missouri and Arkansas feels like it could be. Maybe it is. I don't know.
And even Tennessee does not look at Vanderbilt as a rival. Vanderbilt looks at Tennessee as a rival. So when Tennessee picks their rivals, you know it's going to be Georgia. You know it's going to be Florida.
Absolutely, and it should be.
Is their third one going to be Vanderbilt, or is it going to be Kentucky?
I think it should be Vanderbilt.
So I think it probably should be, but again, I think they're going to let these bigger programs prioritize what they get, and we may see Vanderbilt be rivals with Mississippi State in something that makes absolutely no sense. But either way, 3 teams are going to be locked onto your schedule every single year in SEC play. I'm interested to see when these rivalries get announced. All right, we got to get into some Cowboys on the other side, including Jerry told someone to stick it up his ass.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Our own Reverend Charles, everybody. Good morning, Reverend.
You know, John, y'all little joke a lot, Captain joke a lot all the time.
Right.
And you funny.
Thank you.
J.D. Ryan's funny, Turley, old pre-K.
Bobo's most funny.
Nah, I don't find Bobo funny at all. Remember that old song by Randy Newman, Show People?
Yeah.
Got no reason to live?
No,
that's
not.
Bobo right there.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
In theaters now, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four is the #1 movie in the world.
Just who
It's unlike anything Marvel has done before.
We face a danger that has threatened our family.
And now it's certified fresh.
I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice this world for my child.
And it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. In theaters now. Rated PG-13. Some material may not be suitable for children under 13.
School's out, summer's in, and that vacation countdown is officially on. But what about your four-legged MVP? Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma has your furry family member covered. Daycare, boarding, grooming, and training, they've got it all. They're built for your pet's health, happiness, and tail-wagging good times. If you're in the military, your teacher, or your first responder, they've got barking good exclusive discounts. So go ahead, book that trip, hit the beach, crush your summer plans. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has your pet in good hands. Because home away from home isn't just for humans. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits in Selma.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared that trouble spot at I-10 westbound West Avenue. It was a stall. That's now clear. Still have the accident downtown. 37 northbound approaching 35. It's in the right lane. Now a 15-minute delay. Stop and go from Southeast Military. 410 northbound rolling slowly. Lakeside Parkway over to Fredericksburg Road. Also noticing a little bit of a delay on 90 eastbound General McMullen on over to 35. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
San Antonio Sports Center.
There will be no strategic pause. It's onward and upward for Project Marvel. Yesterday, the City Council met and voted 7-4 to move forward with a non-binding term sheet that summarizes the funding for Project Marvel. It's now onto the ballot November the 4th. In college football news, the SEC has announced it will implement a 9-game football schedule beginning in 2026, according to ESPN's Pete Thamel. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Oh, yeah, baby. We made it. We made it. And it's football Friday, too. Oh, man.
I'm looking at that YouTube podcast with Irvin. Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Man. Look at you. Yeah. Poor Mike, man. Look at it, Mike. You look like you got dementia.
I don't. He's on the screen with a 90-year-old man, and he's the one who looks like he's like lost in the grocery store.
To figure out what Mike looks like.
I love Michael Irvin, but I don't get that look.
Well, okay, there's a certain contingent of people who know what I'm talking about. When you go to a black church and the woman in the back of the black church was the white gloves that's there to calm you down when the Holy Ghost gets you.
Oh, she got a hat on?
And she got the hat on and she got the white gloves, and when the Holy Ghost grabs you and you start shaking and dancing, she's there to calm you down.
Yeah.
That's what Michael Irvin looks like. Put some white gloves on him. He looks like he's there. When the Holy Ghost grabs me, he's going to come calm you down.
How old is Mike now? What is he like? What?
He's my age, I figure. He's probably in his early 60s.
Right?
Well, Jera was on the pod with him. And Jera basically said that, what we've already known about this story is that he and Micah came to an agreement on a new contract.
Right.
Now, when the Cowboys sent the details to David Mulligetta, he he wasn't exactly ready to do business, is what Jerry says. When we wanted to send the details to the agent told us to stick it up our ass.
Which, if I was Micah's agent, I'd have said the same damn thing. I ain't letting my client negotiate the deal. I'm here for it. I don't care what he said. It don't count.
Jones said that he and Parsons had already talked about contract length, guaranteed money, and then David Mulligetta said, And he said, we had our agreements on term, amount, guarantees, and everything. We were going to send it over to the agent. The agent said, don't bother because we've got all that to negotiate. And Jerry said, well, I'd already negotiated that. I'd already moved off my mark on several areas. The issue, very frankly, is we've had the negotiation in mind. Agent's trying to get his nose in it and trying to come in there and improve off what we've already said. So it is kind of, this is the first we've heard of this exact, and if this is true, I mean, this is one side of the story.
I've heard this. This is absolutely what happened.
Okay.
This is not a lie, and both Micah and Jerry, I think, on a polygraph, Micah would admit we negotiated a deal.
Then Jerry came up with a metaphor that he said, Micah right now is a child running between parents looking for the answer he wants. It's the mama-daddy deal. You go into mama, and she won't do it. She's the boss. She won't do it. So you run to daddy, and he says, do it. Then you go back into mama and say, daddy said it was all right. We've all been there and done that. I don't know if it quite feels like that. I don't know if that's a fitting.
Well, it fits in that Jerry never has. No one wants to negotiate with an expert negotiator. No one. Why would I want to negotiate with a guy like Mulligetta who has made hundreds of millions of dollars on his negotiating acumen? I'd rather talk to the dude that's making the deal and make him feel warm and fuzzy about the money I'm going to pay him and how I'm going to pay him to the benefit of me. You know, that's why you hire an advocate that knows where the hidden problems are. And Jerry is an expert. Jerry is as good a negotiator as there is in the world. And I'm not going to let my client make a deal with me not in the room. Now, they're both at fault here. Jerry is pushing a point that he knows is indefensible. He knows that the agent has to play a role in this. He knows that.
Of course.
And he knows that if he wasn't in the room and somebody else negotiated a deal that he had no part of but was going to have to pay for it, no, it doesn't count till I'm in the room. So he knows the fact that he's just sticking it in Micah's eye for a bunch of other stuff. He's exacting a pound of flesh because there's no negotiating the dollar amount. We know where he's going to land. It's just a matter of how high, but I know it's going to be more than TJ's. Yeah. I know that.
Well,
but there might be lesser guarantees. There might be some things that we can play with that the agent's like, yeah, we like that total dollar amount, but there's a lot more to talk about.
If Jarrett is to be believed here, and again, there's two sides to every story.
Right?
He said the agreement that he and Micah came to, quote, would have made him the highest paid guaranteed player other than a quarterback in the NFL's history. Nobody appreciates Micah Parsons more than the Cowboys or me. Nobody has ever offered him more money than I have to play football, period, end quote.
Well, no one has because no one's had the opportunity to. So,
true.
But, no, I believe him. Why would I have any reason not to? We know in the NFL, more than any other sport, we know exactly within probably $3 million, except for the Deshaun Watson deal, which will forever be mocked. But for the most part, within a couple $1 million, we always know how much it's coming. It's just the next ladder step. We know where the next step is. It's just how we're going to phrase it. And every agent wants to walk out of a negotiation with something that's the biggest and the mostest. And it might not be the biggest contract, but it's the most guaranteed. Or it might not be the most, but it's the longest. Or whatever the case might be, an agent needs to be able to plant his flag on something. And this sounds like the most ever, but the way it's dispersed might have some issues, which tells you two things. One, they're pretty close. They're pretty close.
Yeah.
As far as the closing the deal, they're far away. But it appears by the numbers that have been thrown out, Micah heard numbers that he liked.
Yeah.
And that's 90% of the deal right there. Now, that could tell you it could happen tomorrow, but Jerry kept on talking, and you realize they're a lot further away than just the dollars.
Jerry said, we've got this deal resolved in my mind for the Dallas Cowboys. We've got it done. And if the agents want to finish up the details, which he should do, and do all the paperwork, he can do that, and we're ready to go. But as far as the amount of money, years, guarantees, we've negotiated that already. My job is managing the check, okay? Micah's got to do the playing. Where's the least important part of this whole equation that we're talking about? The attorney or the agent, okay?
Bloodsuckers.
He works for Micah. And
that's right.
You know,
not for you. And there's I don't blame either for the position they're in. And I also know they're pretty dang close, which this tells you this deal could close tomorrow. But because of the extra leverage that Jerry has and his experience with going through the same thing with his quarterback that he ended up paying the most of all time, it involved a couple of years of franchising. He did it before, and the guy ended up, it was like Dak signed a 3-year deal. He played the end of his contract, then 2 under franchise, and then he signed another deal. And Jerry looks at it that way. Look, you don't have to sign a new deal, and I'm going to pay you extravagantly more over the next couple of years because of the franchise tag. And once that franchise tag runs out after the 2nd year, I will continue to make you the highest paid player in football. I did it with Dak, and worst case scenario, I'll do it with you. Does 2 things. Keeps Dak employed, and also gives him time to wait for if there is a great trade deal coming, and it looks like the Packers offered something where you might want to look again. It gives him time to do that too.
Yeah. Colby says T. Higgins fired Mulligetta. Parsons may have to as well. If Micah agreed to a deal, Mulligetta's job is to get it done. He's Micah's employee.
And he will the moment Micah says sign it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Micah has all the control here. Mulligetta has to follow his client's wishes, and Micah says, I'm tired of this, sign the deal. Then they'll sign the deal.
But I do think there's a reason why David Mulligetta is where he is.
Yes.
I mean, David Mulligetta is he got the deal done for Deshaun Watson that I would have thought could never possibly get done.
So there's a reason why you bring in, they earn their 3%. They make you 10, and they just take 3 if you got a good one.
Yeah.
So there's Jerry, when you hear him say that, he's not naive. He knows that the deal is negotiated. Yeah, you say that, but you've been in enough of these. You know that the deal ain't done until the agent gives the approval. That's why he's here.
And that's why you don't negotiate these things without an agent in the room.
Well, that's why Mulligetta told him to stick it up his ass. That's why he told him that.
Yeah.
I mean, how dare you talk to my client without in the room? Because keep in mind, that meeting that was called was not about the contract. We have it from several sources while we were at camp, talking to those that were there, that the meeting was called. Jerry said, Micah, as we're ramping up this season, you're going to be X and I'm going to pay you Y, and I'll tell you why I'm going to do it, because you're going to be a leader now. I need you to step into the void and lead these guys, be the first and last, do all the things that leaders do, and when it happens, I'm going to pay you. And then the negotiations happened after that, and I'm going to pay you X and I'm going to pay you Y, and Micah walked out thinking, we got a deal, and Jerry thought he had a deal, and then the agent said, whoa, no, and then things got rubbed different.
Gilbert says the comment that Micah has to want to get paid and Micah going back and forth with mom and dad makes more sense now. Yeah. Hugu says the deal for Deshaun Watson just proves Mulligetta was wrong. I mean,
he was right. He extracted that
he did
kind
everything
of
he
money
could possibly do
for Deshaun Watson. That's agent Hall of Fame stuff. That's the kind of stuff that agents around the world look at him going, that's the greatest that ever was.
But that's also why Jerry Jones looks at him as a scary dude.
Absolutely.
Because, this is the kind of guy who has tricked teams into paying absurd amounts of money for Deshaun Watson, damaged goods.
That's what agents are for.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know how this ends, but, I mean, Jerry multiple times mentioned on that podcast that Mike is here for the next 3 years.
You've got a contract.
And
I've done it before, and I've paid more at the end.
Yeah.
No matter what, I've done this before, and I paid more for it.
Because he franchised Dak Prescott.
And then made him the highest paid player in the history of the league. And he's telling, look, man, you're either going to play my game or you're going to play your game. But my game, you'll end up with a whole lot more money if we play it my way, which, that's his definition of success. But that's why when you hear this, you think, well, the numbers aren't that extravagant. Micah agreed to a number that Jerry threw out. I mean, there was already a yes in there, and I think Jerry's kind of like, at some point he's going to convince his agent that I want to go play football.
I agree.
And I think he's hoping that'll happen. I think now the Schefter is right in that. I think feelings are so butthurt right now that it might be time to call a meeting. We're going to talk in February.
Yeah.
This is over, you're going to make 26 or whatever $1 million is. I can't wait to write you that check. And if we don't get along in February, I'm going to write you a check for $30 million the following year, and then we'll finally get down to the real brass tacks long-term deal, or we'll move you along.
Huggu says the performance of Deshaun Watson, did it live up to the deal? No, not for the Browns, but David Mulugheta doesn't work for the Browns.
All he does is take the money, get as much money from those guys and give it to his client and take 3% off the top.
Yeah.
That is his job.
So David Mulugheta's job was to get the most possible money for Deshaun Watson. The Browns certainly don't feel like it lived up to it, but that doesn't mean that that every deal that Mulugheta does is bad. It just means that he took advantage of a team that was willing to pay, and Jerry doesn't want to have egg on his face, which I get both sides of it. I do. The thing I worry about is when I hear Jerry say that he told him to stick it up his ass.
Yeah,
these are the kind of things that that guys stop wanting to work with each other over.
Well,
and
I've been in some pretty cutthroat negotiations.
This is how it gets personal, though.
And I'm, that personal stuff, you never want to cross that line. But I've sat across from some tables from some dudes that we ended up, shaking hands and hugging when it was done that said some pretty outlandish stuff to me. You're like, okay, hero. But, at the end of the day, money, the green kind of eases the pain.
Well, we'll see. I'm not sure when this thing gets done. The more I hear about this, the more I understand why they're saying it's personal, and the more why I have my doubts that he'll be on the field against the Eagles. Despite
I can't imagine.
Brian Schottenheimer says.
I can't imagine today that he'll be on this field on Friday or on that Sunday.
Almost no way.
I can't imagine.
We're talking about 9 days from now.
And that's even if he was in a great mood and ready to play. I'm not sure I want to play him. We got to put you in and get you healthy. Or get you ready to play.
We'll talk a little bit more Cowboys on the other side, and then we'll get into college football coming up at 8:30. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about Carbach. You may notice my lid here, my Hopadillo Astros hat that that Carbach sent over to me. Hopadillo, their flagship IPA, banger, baby, banger, in your face hop profile. If you're not an IPA guy, that's no big deal. They got Love Street, that's their Cold Style Blonde, very smooth, very easy drinker. And then Crawford Bock, my favorite of their year-round beers. But the seasonal's out right now. Rob and I both got to have a little taste of them last night. The Carboktoberfest, which is one of my favorites, and the brand new Pumpkin and Lager, which is a take on their old Mother and Lager beer, just with some pumpkin flavor added, a great fall seasonal beer. You're going to be able to find those all over San Antonio for the near future. So get out there and get it while you can. Carbach, of course, is in all the stores, all the grocery stores and the liquor stores, but they're in a ton of bars and restaurants as well. So when you're out this weekend, you're watching your football, go and ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is day 2 at Circa Las Vegas for the ultimate contest weekend.
Dallas Cowboys play a preseason game tonight, but the fireworks really from Jerry Jones's appearance on the Michael Irvin podcast. We'll hear from old Jerry.
And more fallout from the Project Marvel vote yesterday.
The Blitz live in Las Vegas. We started 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
C-Note wants to know where I got my hat. I think you can get them on MLB Shop.
Oh, are they still available?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
These are, when the drops like these come, they come pretty fast.
A lot of gang members pick that up.
Yeah. Guys like me.
Yeah.
Thug life, baby.
Yeah, you're with the Carbach gang.
That's right.
With your Carbach set.
That's right.
Carbach from Marbach.
Rocking the Edgar.
Yeah.
Gangbangers.
That's the next beer.
Come on, man.
It's a Gangbang Pilsner.
Yeah, bangers only. Bangers only, baby. Bangers only. All right. We have been talking all the drama of the Dallas Cowboys. What about the football matches? What about the football matches for this weekend? We got a bunch of them. decisions to be made. Well, first, let's start with yesterday. We saw the Steelers get a 19-10 win over the Panthers, and the Giants absolutely dog walk the Patriots 42-10. Good day for Jackson Dart again. Solidified himself. I think he's been the best rookie. I want to know where's Claymore. Claymore needs to get on here and apologize to Rob Thompson. But we got 4 games today. The Eagles are at the Jets, Falcons at the Cowboys, Vikings at the Titans, Bears at the Chiefs. And I always think, I mean, listen, it's preseason, so it's this isn't going to be the hottest ticket in town. But if I told you, what do you think the cheapest ticket to get in the door at Jerry World tonight is?
Gosh.
What do you think it is?
Probably pretty good. $150, $200, I would bet.
How about $7?
Oh, they got those are those are for the seats. You're talking about the SRO running.
Well, but still, I mean, even if you go,
you can get in the building for $7. Yeah.
But even dig further, like you can get reserved seats for $8.
Oh, good.
Yeah, row 22, section 449.
Used to these games mattered. This last one, when you got to see your team play a quarter. You actually got to go and see your vets play on the last game of the preseason because that was the tune-up. But now, shoot,
I mean,
you're
it's
hoping
like,
to see the nooch.
Please show up. I'm a little surprised, and I wonder if that's to do with what the Cowboys have looked like so far and how their offseason has gone. It hasn't been a pleasant offseason. Got $144. That's the most expensive ticket I see here on this site. And that is about on the 40-yard line, row 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you want to get in the Hall of Fame club, $175. So it's a cheap ticket tonight, but I wonder if that's to do with the offseason the Cowboys are having.
I think, well, it certainly didn't help, but when your offensive coordinator and head coach said, I don't need to see Dak. He's been around here long enough. I don't need to see him. He'll start on a week on Sunday when it matters. And it makes it, if you're going to go to see the game, it makes it a lot harder to justify even that. But if you want to go experience the Cowboys, I have a feeling that building will be full. I mean, it's the place itself is worth buying a ticket for. $7 to go see that building, that'd be worth it.
Well, then you got to pay probably $100 to park.
Yeah, but you're right. I do think there is a guarded anger to Cowboy fan right now. All Cowboy fans are optimistic. That's just part of our DNA. But I do think that the offseason has been kind of floating, kind of treading water. I don't think we're any worse off. I don't feel like we're a whole lot better off. And if a lot of things go right, it could be okay. But I do expect a lot of things not to go right. And I'm not excited about the beginning of this football season like I was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm just not.
And I think a lot of that is just the negative vibes.
Yeah, it's just you're gonna have to prove it to me. I'm tired of the drama. Let's go play some football and try to stay healthy.
Like I don't know why. Like I don't know why I'm getting that feeling, but it does feel like that. There's just not a lot of positive feeling amongst Cowboy fans as much as there usually is.
And I think there was a massive miscalculation for Jerry and for Netflix on what the general feeling will be for all the Cowboy fans that are so dialed into this Cowboy special. Because the the thought was, for me anyway, was the last thing I need as a long-term, lifelong Cowboy fan is to be reminded how good it once was and how wonderful that all the drama actually meant something. It actually led to success.
Yeah, 30-something years ago.
But to be reminded of that again with the backdrop of watching the same thing I watched this team collapse for continue to go on. When I was done, my son looked at me and said, "Man, I get it. They were so good." And it was before I was born.
Yeah.
They were so good. Yeah. I wish I'd have seen it, but that was before I was born. And Cowboy fan goes, "My God, you're right.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years, man. Yeah. 30 years. The drama's enough." And I think up until this point, most Cowboy fans are numb. We're just numb. We think that's when you're in an abusive family, you think everybody's like this. You think, what, that you don't deal with this like I do every year? Your best player isn't mad at your owner every year. I'm numb. I'm tired of it. Just go win some football. And I think Jerry, when they were filming this, thought, man, when this is done, we're going to be excited about the season.
Yeah.
It'll show potential and what
Shoot,
we
I
were
was
capable
fired up.
of and did all that.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the real world and we find out that David Mulligetta told him to shove my contract offer up my ass.
Yeah.
Like, well, back to the real world.
Right.
And Dak's got a boot on still or
Dak's
something.
limping around. We're afraid to even play him. We don't have a running back.
No.
Can't figure out backup quarterback. I think I saw this is how the Cowboys died 25
The
years
only
ago.
hope, I think, is C.D. Lamb, right?
So,
and nothing's going on with him.
So I think the perfect storm didn't happen. You know, if on the day of the premiere, Jerry had rolled out and signed Micah, and we saw Dak throw for 3 touchdowns last weekend, and then this series culminates, and I won't get into it for those that haven't finished, but it culminates, and you're like, I can't wait for next Sunday. No, that finished up yesterday. I mean, well, here we go with the season.
Now we get back to
real
reality.
world. So I don't think it worked out the way Jerry's PR ideas thought it would.
Yeah. I think you and I called it from the beginning. Like, this is really bad timing to release this.
Again, you better bring some good news because that just ended like, man, that was so much fun
This would have
so
been
long ago.
This would have been the thing to release at the end of a bad season,
Right, 'cause
Like to remind you, hey man, we still got some good stuff.
We got some hope there. There's some hope.
Yeah, don't show. Hey, this is our great past right before you start a season where you're probably gonna get your
And keep in
pushed
mind,
in.
at the end of this season, or at the end of this episode, this series, Jerry finally came to after holding a grudge for 30 years. I mean, you want to talk about 2 old elephants that don't forget. And you go, well, you know, Jerry will come to his senses with Micah. He held the most important guy in his football life at bay for 30 years. You think a Micah contract, he's in a hurry to sign that before the season starts?
No.
Shoot, I've put away much more important for you people than me than you for decades. You think I'm in a hurry to sign you to a couple extra $1 million? You're a speed bump, man. You mean nothing in the continuum of life. I've pulled off much worse things to more important people than you.
The Cowboys 0-2 in the preseason so far. The Falcons also 0-2 in the preseason so far. Cowboys 2.5-point favorites. You have any reason to believe the Cowboys look good today?
No, but you know how good do you have to look against Atlanta? You know, it's a relative thing. But I do expect
Danucci's going to be there.
I will say this. If I'm Schottenheimer, I have my first 10 scripted, and then I have another 15 just in case. I cannot let this offense leave the field without seeing some kind of success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll leave my 2s in against your 3s and 4s until I see a touchdown. I need these guys to feel like at least my plan works.
Yeah, I get that. The offense has been, quite frankly, putrid so far. One of the worst in the league in the preseason. No, Carolina, who finished up last night in 3 preseason games, scored 23 points.
Well, we can match that.
The Cowboys have already scored 34. They're already outpacing them. So there's no way they're the worst offense, but yeah, there's a lot to be desired for the Cowboys, particularly on that side. What the Cowboys have been, though, is one of the worst defenses so far. They've allowed 62 points through 2 games. The only a handful of teams have allowed more. New England, who's played 3 games, so they don't really count. Buffalo has allowed 72, and there was one other team. Who was it? The Commanders have allowed 79. So the Cowboys have been a pretty bad defense too. So I'd like to see some. I'd like to at least, again, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not like you. My emotions don't live and die with how this team looks. But knowing that I'm about to cover this team for 4 months,
make me feel good about.
Give me a little bit of a fight.
Yeah.
Show me you're going to be in this thing at least somehow.
And you're on the outside looking in. Can you imagine being on the inside of this? And maybe you have seen a modicum of success in practice, and you're feeling pretty good about things that are going on. But until the rubber meets the road, I don't know. I'd kind of like to see it myself on the inside. Does this really work against guys that are actively trying to stop us without trying to, make a team or make their own coach happy?
Yeah. It's wild to see that Cowboys documentary right now. I mean,
I got hooked. I had to turn it off because I knew I was going
to. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's great television. As a non-Cowboy fan, I'm enthralled by it. Like, I think it's great.
Because there's so much drama, it doesn't feel real. It feels like it was scripted.
Right.
All of it, like, really? This went on that way then, too? Okay. It is unlike anything other than...
But also, if I was a Cowboys fan, I would be pissed that this is happening right now.
Just reinforces the idea that's been proven, that we refuse to believe for decades, that the problem is in the building.
Yeah.
The problem's the owner. Whether you define where the problem is, it's right there.
Other things I'm kind of looking forward to in the preseason this weekend, I'm curious to see who runs out at quarterback for Indianapolis this weekend, because there's clearly
what
drama.
Would you do? I'm really curious. You've coached before, and you look at this. You got one quarterback that you still don't want to get rid of. He's just got a lot of work to do, and you got another one that's the best right now. What do you do?
I would play Anthony Richardson 3.5 quarters of this game. I know he wants
to prove a point, or just
I mean, just to the way I would spin it to him is I'd say, hey man, I'm giving you a chance to show your value here. And if you really think you want to get out of town, this is your chance to show it. And if we can find a suitor for you, then we'll try and find one if we can get a fair value. But right now, we're asking you to go out there and make the most of this. We'd love to keep you here, but if you want to go, this is your chance to really show out and show that you belong on a team.
And as Rich, like, you're going to leave the 2s in there with me, or am I going to be playing with 4s? Am I going to be playing with the dudes that are just trying to make the team and they get me killed?
I mean, you're certainly going to that the team is what the team is. You're told you're a backup. You're going to play with backups.
I would play him. I'm not sure I'd play him for 3.5 quarters, but I'd play him to prove a point.
Yeah.
I want you to play with the as many starters as possible, but you're not going anywhere. But if you want to prove to others, here's your chance. But third string get most of those snaps.
The other thing, we're going to have to see what the Texans do as
we look at this, and we harken back to the old days when training camp and preseason was indeed prep for the season. You saw what they were going to do, and they were trying to get in shape, and now it's more about honing things down. That I'm still a believer that the week before the season, I'd like to see my starters play at least a series. And I know every starter in the league goes, why? This game matters nothing, and if you do that, somebody's going to get hurt. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at teams that have always Cincinnati's the one that you look at. If they'd have just been able to start their season relatively fast last year and the year before, the outcomes would have been so much different because they were playing so much better later. I would much rather sneak in and get a win in week 1 than be absolutely healthy in week 16 and have a game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one that matters now is the next game. And I think that you do your team a disservice when you don't play Dak, when he doesn't get the snaps in a real live game. Because no matter what, no matter how long you've played, you're probably sacrificing, probably not that much, 8 minutes. But by the time they feel good about themselves and get the rhythm back. But that 8 minutes is enough.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes threw 2 passes, or 1 pass, I think, in the preseason. But he got out there. He felt the process of warming up for a game, knowing he was going to be out there playing.
And make the throw knowing if I don't get out, I'm going to get hit. I mean, just those little things that I know I've heard. Man, my phone's going off. I've heard players, no, never in preseason. It's pointless. It's dumb. We're getting everything we need in practice. We don't need to play. I just don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't particularly either. All right. Let's take a look at the college football matchups for this weekend. We'll do that on the other side, and I'll have some boxing tickets to give away. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. So we have cleared a couple of trouble spots. 37 northbound approaching 35 downtown. That wreck did clear. Left behind a little bit of a slow residual delay from right around Southeast Military. Also clear I-10 eastbound Probant. That was a stall. We do have an accident north side of Blanco at Fresno and 410 northbound South WW White to Macro. That's starting to fill in, slow down a little bit. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
They had a drone attack on the Kremlin, man.
Okay.
Putin says that he thinks that the Ukrainians tried to assassinate him.
How would a drone get that close to the president?
Russia kind of faked a little insurgent attack on themselves, so they did this thing and said, those Ukrainians tried to kill me.
That's how he talks.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Hey, Twin Peaks fans, Bourbon and Brews is going to be back, but while it's away, sample some of Mexico's finest tequilas every Friday at Twin Peaks Tequila and Cerveza Costume Party. Mix things up with handcrafted margs or keep it simple with perfect shot and 29-degree imports all around. That's Twin Peaks.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Alexandra keeps reminding me that the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. It's like, oh, I feel so bad for him. Thanks, Alexandra. That's what everyone loves to hear.
Did you see? Yeah. Did you make it through to the point where they had Kelly on the?
I haven't seen it yet.
You genuinely feel bad for him.
Because he's also not in the greatest health, and you're like, oh man.
Hey, no, man, pat him on the back. He survived that thing.
Yeah,
cancer, the salivary glands, and that's.
But even
still
just
alive,
hearing him
man.
talk now, it's like, oh, this is sad.
I mean, it's nice. Tough to see, but I'm
sure it'd be nice if he had a Super Bowl.
And I'd forgotten that fourth time when we played Buffalo, what a letdown it was for all the Cowboy fans. They're like, oh man,
you wanted to play somebody
Buffalo.
else.
Yeah. They jumped us early. But it was such a letdown. And then to beat them again. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's for another day.
Another day. Please. Another freaking day. All right. Let's take a look at the college football week 0. Here we come, baby. Here we come. We'll start in Ireland.
A top 25 matchup.
On the island, we've got Kansas State and Iowa State. Some people call it Farmageddon. Farmageddon, folks.
It is when it's played in the cornfields. I don't know what it is when you're playing in the Limerick.
Yeah.
Aer Lingus.
Aviva Stadium. This is the Aer Lingus. That's funny.
It's a tough name to live with. Wouldn't it be a blast to be with your university or college in Dublin, Ireland before a game?
It would be fun. Kansas State is a 3-point favorite, juiced 3-point favorite, so a little better than a 3-point favorite.
Where do you think it would be a pick 'em at home?
No, I think.
At Iowa State, would it be a pick 'em there?
Oh, at Iowa State, yeah probably a pick 'em. This is weird though because Iowa State I think is going to look a lot different than they did last year. Remember last year they were throwing the ball around. They had 2,000 yard receivers, and Rocco Becht, who's been their quarterback, who's been kind of meh, looked really good last year. Well, both those 1,000-yard receivers are gone. And now I expect this to look more like a Matt Campbell type ball control offense.
And on the other side, Kansas State, that Avery Johnson looks like they're going to try to make a statement.
He's got some game. And they brought a lot back. The worry is for me, I want to bet Kansas State. The worry is Iowa State's gone 4-0-1 against the spread in the last 5, since Kleiman's been at Kansas State. Chris Kleiman's been such a great hire for Kansas State. But Matt Campbell's kind of owned him, and that's my concern. On paper, this Kansas State team is so much better.
They should be.
But I think I'm going to end up just being a spectator. I don't think I'll have any wager on it, but I kind of lean to Kansas State getting the job done here.
They better. Talk about stumbling out of the block. They're preseason Big 12 title contender. They're and to start the season losing a conference game on the road. That would be a horrific beginning to a team that's to a conference that's pretty level. There's not a lot of teams that I look at that are above the rest in the Big 12. There's 3 or 4 good teams. That's about it. Not a great. And you have an opportunity to separate yourself on week 1 in a conference game. Dude, don't stumble out of the block here. You got to win this one if you're Kansas State.
UNLV, yeah, this is an important game. This is a big game.
Yeah, you can't get out coached by Campbell. You better have your A game. You should be practicing for Iowa State since May.
UNLV hosts Idaho State. UNLV, the first game in the Dan Mullen era.
That's it. Mullen's there now. Yes, sir.
They are 26.5-point favorites. Total 66.5. Idaho State last year was one of the worst defenses in FCS, and they lost most of their defensive guys. You can look at that as a good thing or a bad thing.
No, UNLV, they're going to pound them.
Yeah,
Dan Mullen's a hell of a football coach.
He is.
But you just kind of have a lifespan of his time at UNLV. He's going to do something stupid at some point.
Yeah, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that game. I doubt many people will watch that game.
They'll cover.
It was 24.5 a couple days ago, so a lot of people feel the way you feel.
I know Dan Mullen. He's going to pound them.
Kansas is a 13.5-point favorite right now over Fresno State. I believe in Fresno. Fresno has a long and vaunted history of making the right coaching hires, and I think they made another one here with Matt Entz, who came from North Dakota State. The defense is going to be a strength for them. They are going to rely on that defense. They're going to try and slow games down. They bring in E.J. Warner, who has been at Temple and Rice and has been kind of a boom or bust guy. He's made some big plays, but I think that Entz is going to tell him, hey, slow it down. We don't need you to win us games. We just need you to not lose us games. And if he can cut down on turnovers, I think this could be a big deal for them. As far as Kansas, Kansas, Jalen Daniels is back. He was back last year from that injury. He did not look the same as he did pre-injury.
I expect a lot from him this year. Normally it takes a year to get back. I think Leipold's not a terrible coach. This is not your dad's Kansas team. They're not awful. I mean, they're not moribund. They're not good, but I think Kansas got a shot tonight.
Kansas will be without their 7 top wide receivers from last year. They will be without the best running back in Kansas history. Devin Neal is gone, and they're replacing 3 offensive line starters. It's an uphill climb for them, I think.
I still think you favor them, man. This Kansas team is just deeper.
Listen, they're a 13-point favorite for a reason.
They're a deeper team than we remember Kansas being. They just are.
I'm gonna roll with with Fresno catching a couple touchdowns. I think they at least keep it close. I think they're going to be a hard team to blow out. I do under Matt Entz, just because the way they're going to play. They're going to make this a slow game or a fast game, I should say.
I wouldn't have thought
Leipold will be running.
That would have been as successful as he's been.
Yeah,
I just didn't think he would be able to
good.
bring it from the smaller schools northeast to Kansas, and it's worked.
Sam Houston is at Western Kentucky, and Sam Houston State, they are a 10-point dog here. Total is 61. And if you're thinking, man, Sam Houston State's been pretty good, they have been. They are starting from scratch.
Yep.
Their coach, their defensive coordinator, or first of all, their head coach left after all these years. He's a legend there. He's gone. But their defensive coordinator, Cassidy, is gone to North Texas. He took their entire defense with him. And they've had trouble fielding a 2-deep on defense in the offseason. This might be the worst defense in college football.
And against the offense that throws the ball.
And they're playing against a Western Kentucky offense that, remember a couple years ago when they hired what was the guy's name? Zach Kitley.
And brought in
Bailey Zappi with him from Houston Christian. Well, this time they went to Abilene Christian. They took their offensive coordinator and their quarterback's a kid named Maverick McIver, which is such a cool quarterback name, Maverick McIver.
Made up. That's a cartoon name.
I know. But I think they're going to go. And Phil Longo's the new head coach at Sam Houston. He was the OC there when they were having some of that great success.
And he's not a bad coach. He's just got empty cupboard.
He doesn't have much to work with. And he's an air raid guy, which means he's going to be chucking it to the bitter end. I like the over in this game. I think there's just going to be a butt ton of points scored. But I do think Sam Houston is going to be an over team all year because their defense is going to be historically bad, I think.
You know, both those teams are the type of schools that are really going to suffer from the SEC going to 9 conference games.
Oh yeah,
both of them. They're both their budgets took a hit with that vote.
And then the nightcap, not as much of a nightcap as we normally get, but we get Hawaii against Stanford. Hawaii hosting Stanford. Hawaii's 2.5-point favorites right now. Totals 50.5. I think Stanford is going to be really, really bad. Frank Reich, it's going to be his first year. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. They brought in a quarterback, Ben Gulbranson, who transferred in. He's got a new playbook. I just don't think it's going to be very explosive. And the quarterback at Hawaii, Michael Alejado, who we saw a little bit of late last year. I got to see him play in Vegas. He was the quarterback at Bishop Gorman. He's a year behind my son, or a year ahead of my son, I should say. And so I got to see him play a football game, and I said, oh, my God. Before he was committed to Hawaii, I said, this dude should be the quarterback at Hawaii. He's like Timmy Chang. And now who's he playing for? Timmy Chang. I think they've got a match made in heaven there. I think Hawaii is going to I think they're going to beat Stanford week 1.
Have you seen the video of his name just fell out of my brain, the general manager for Stanford,
Andrew Luck,
riding a bike around Stanford's campus with he's got the rear view mirrors on the helmet and the visor and
he's such a nerd.
The helmet. And he's riding not a 10-speed, but like an old lady bike and just kind of rolling up to work. Like that didn't instill a whole lot of confidence, but I guess that's Stanford.
If I didn't know that Andrew Luck was married, I would assume he's a virgin.
Just goofy as all. He had like the rear view mirrors on his helmet, one of those.
Yeah. That dude, I mean, thank God he was good at sports because
That's
otherwise
about it, right? Yeah,
he would still be trying to get laid.
If he'd have rolled up on one of those, what are they called, recumbent bikes?
Killer.
Well, if he was on a recumbent bike, the ones that you kind of lay down on, that would have been the most appropriate thing for him to roll in.
Or a unicycle.
While he was juggling. I will say this is, as we come into this season and my terrible gambling record on college football, they'll always be Hawaii. Now I got something to lean on.
Now you
Timmy
got something
Chang got him a quarterback that can throw the ball.
Michael Aliato.
There we go.
All
Bet
right.
the over in Hawaii.
That's it. All right. Boy, we got 1 hour left in the week. How about Citizen Soldier, August 28th at the Aztec Theater? You guys want to go see Citizen Soldier play the Aztec? Of course you do. August 28th at the Aztec Theater. Pair of tickets to caller number 3. And if you don't win tickets, you can get them at livenation.com. All right, 1 hour left to go. We got fun, we got frivolity, we got football. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 5-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It's your city and your budget. Meet us in your neighborhood for a town hall meeting in August to learn about the proposed budget. Find the dates and locations at sa.gov/budget or call 311. See you there.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free. Select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. One-coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 8/21 through 9/3.
If you've started thinking about what to wear this fall, your timing is perfect because Macy's Fall Preview event has early deals on looks everyone will be wearing. Romantic dresses from BCBG and Avec Les Filles. Western-inspired boots and bags from Steve Madden, all 25% off. Plus, take 15 to 25% off fall beauty from Yves Saint Laurent, Estee Lauder, and Clinique. Don't wait. This fall preview won't be around for long. So come into Macy's today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. It is a stall on I-10 westbound at Camp Bullis. It's in the HOV lane, left lane closed. West side of town on 410 northbound, the on-ramp from Ingram. That is still partially blocked, disabled vehicle. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, give us a call on the traffic tip line 210-785-2601. Also, keep in mind that the kiddos are back in school, so please watch your speed in and around those school zones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
There will be no strategic pause. It's onward and upward for Project Marvel. Yesterday, the City Council met and voted 7-4 to move forward with a non-binding term sheet that summarizes the funding for Project Marvel. It's now onto the ballot November the 4th. In college football news, the SEC has announced it will implement a 9-game football schedule beginning in 2026, according to ESPN's Pete Thamel. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle. Happy Friday. Oh, we've made it. Hey, I haven't heard any Taylor Swift today or Katy Perry. What's going on, Vic?
Well, let's not ruin it. Why you want
to get hyped up?
Screw up? Oh.
No, I mean, actually, that was this hour.
Or maybe some Miley Cyrus. I don't know. It's a party in the USA.
This day has started out so well.
It's a party in the USA.
Yeah, but...
Look, I actually had a Katy Perry song highlighted for next break.
Okay, all right. I believe you. I believe you. Hey, the latest on the Texans, Jimmy Ward. This keeps getting worse for Jimmy Ward.
Little Jimmy Ward.
What happened?
Jimmy Ward is now the subject of a new domestic assault lawsuit filed by the mother of his 3-year-old child. He's starting his third year with the Texans. He is entering his 12th NFL season. He's accused of sexually and physically assaulting Christy West, with whom he shares a son. The lawsuit alleges that Ward attacked West at his home in Montgomery County, Texas, in April and then again in June. Montgomery County is like the Woodlands, for those of you doing the math.
Okay.
According to the suit, Ward, quote, lured West to his townhouse in April under the pretense of giving her money for their son's karate lessons. First of all, he's 3 years old. Secondly, karate doesn't work in real life. Don't do it. During the visit, Ward allegedly cornered West and sexually assaulted her by forcing her to touch his genitals and demanding she perform sexual acts. She screamed and escaped his home. Then, 3 months later, on June 12th, he allegedly forced his way into her home, and she suspected he was under the influence of crystal meth. West said she had previously seen Ward take the drug and that he had been violent with her in the past while on it. The lawsuit says that Ward forced her into a bedroom, hit her, choked her, threatened to kill her, and forced her to perform oral sex. The violence continued throughout the night and woke up their son, who began crying. That always looks good in the lawsuit.
Well, this is a civil suit.
Yes.
Is there a police report?
No, it's a lawsuit.
This is a civil lawsuit. Not a criminal lawsuit.
Okay. Yes, for now. Although
no, she has no control over that. What I'm saying is, this is a civil lawsuit. There's been no criminal addressed to this.
Well, remember, he's already dealt with some criminal stuff.
This is the follow up to something.
Yes.
She's suing him civilly.
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about a guy who got he was on parole or probation, and he's like, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to be drinking. That was Jimmy Ward.
But was he on probation for this?
Yes.
Oh, well, then he's...
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we tell everybody he's either pled or been convicted of something already if he's been on parole or probation.
Okay.
Right? He's been on probation. Yeah. So he's in trouble.
Yes. So after the alleged assault, he began...
Well, alleged. So he hasn't been convicted.
Well, I guess he has been. After the assault, he began searching her phone and accusing her of speaking with other men. At that point, she said she ran out of the home with her son and called 911 while standing naked in the street. He was arrested soon after and charged with felony family assault. He was released on $30,000 bond, but West said in the lawsuit that he has continued to contact her in violation of his bond agreement. So he was arrested again on August 7th after testing positive for alcohol, when he said, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to drink. And now this newest suit comes out. And Tony Busby's the guy who's representing this gal.
He's good at that.
He is good at that. He has been on the PUP list with a foot injury, still listed as inactive. My guess is Jimmy Ward's services aren't going to be available to the Texans this year.
I think he's absolutely completed his time with the Houston Texans and appears to be imminent to pay some money.
Yeah. This is ugly stuff, man. And what Tony Busby does is he certainly gets money out of you, but often he ends up putting these guys in
Well, yeah. This is worst case scenario.
Yeah, but Busby's the guy who represented the gal who had accusations against Deshaun Watson, the gals with
20s.
Deshaun, the gal who accused Shannon Sharp, and several of Diddy's victims were represented by Tony Busby. So this is nothing new to him. This is his thing. But yeah, the Texans, this is one of their captains. It appears he's not going to be doing much playing this season for the Texans. And Texans, they may need to figure out an alternate option.
I would like to think they've already been working on that. I would like to think that after the Deshaun Watson issue, they've been very well aware of where they stand with their players.
I would get as soon as the I didn't know I was supposed to be drinking thing came out. If I was the GM, I'd have been like, all right, we got to figure this out.
Yeah,
this isn't
put a tail on them and find a replacement now.
The Pac-12, rebuilding Pac-12. As we know, Texas State is in the Pac-12 now.
You said I've been on their Twitter feed. They've been posting pictures with the logo and the Pac-12 logo right beside it on the gear in the gift shop now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it looks pretty.
They're very proud of it.
Looks pretty.
they've added another one, another Texas school, Dallas Baptist.
Dallas Baptist has
a single sport affiliate, though.
They've been investing a lot in their basketball program.
Well, that ain't it.
I know, but
baseball.
They've been trying. This is the next competitive university in the state of Texas. They're going to take that next step over the next couple of years.
The Pac-12 is doing this the way a lot of FCS conferences do things, where they've got certain team and really they're treating it the way that a lot of the schools that were formerly in the Pac-12 they had affiliate members that did things like water polo,
right.
wrestling. Some schools are D1 in only a couple of sports. Right. Dallas Baptist being one of them. Dallas Baptist isn't a D1 basketball program. It's certainly not a D1 football program. But they're a D1 baseball program.
This money will help them invest further in the athletic department, and it'll certainly help to grow the baseball program. But I know for a fact that basketball has been a primary thing for them, and they're just not nearly to the level that can't even begin to compete in the Pac-12. But I know that's their intent. And when you get the budget money for baseball, that bleeds into other sports. I expect they'll have football in 5 years.
The Dallas Baptist joined D1 baseball in 2004. Since then, they have reached the postseason tournament 13 out of 14 years. They have played in 11 consecutive NCAA tournaments.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Along with LSU, Florida, Vanderbilt, and Oklahoma State. That's it. I mean, this is a baseball power.
It's unfortunate that we didn't know that, but that's a good deal. And like I said, when you get that money goes other places. And Dallas Baptist is going to put together a Division I athletic department here over the next 5-6 years.
If they do that, they'll have a landing spot.
Exactly.
It's certainly getting your foot in the door.
And the Pac-12 gets a school in Dallas.
Yeah, and Gonzaga, who is an affiliate for every sport besides football, I wonder if eventually they're going to just say, you know what, let's put together a football program.
I know the economics will tell them to do so. They've never been in a conference where they could, and now they are. So it wouldn't shock me a bit.
But again, starting a program from scratch is difficult.
It's hard, especially up in that part of the world.
Yeah.
And in Dallas, you could have a competitive football team in 2 years.
Yeah.
You really could.
I mean, look at when Sam Houston made the jump to D1. It was pretty quick.
Yeah, you don't have to recruit more than 5 miles from your campus. So yeah, that would be an easy jump. And I'm glad that it's happening. That they need one more school up there in Dallas to kind of keep the talent in Texas.
But
to be honest with
Spokane, Washington, that might be a little bit of a tougher sell. So. There you go, a little bit of random football nuggets and notes, and I guess one more football nugget. Did you see what Belichick said as on the differences between college and NFL?
No, I didn't, but
kind of took a shot at Robert Kraft. He said, "There's no owner, there's no owner's son, there's no cap." Everything that goes with the marketing, everything else, which I'm all for that, but it's way less of what it was at that level. Generic NFL teams, you have the owner, president, general manager, personnel director, college director, pro director, cap guy, some other consultant, then head coach. I'd say when we had our best years in New England, we had fewer people and more of a direct vision, and as it expanded, it became harder to be successful. But bringing up the son, I don't think is by mistake. They certainly weren't on the best of terms when he left, but I did think it was funny that he was like, there's no owner and no owner's son around to meddle around with things.
Dude, you got enough problems, Bill. Why are you poking other people? Why are you
got
doing
no
this,
problems.
Man?
He's got no problem.
Oh,
Got a young,
soon.
hot prize girl, and now when UNC starts out 3-6, then he'll have some problems. But
and maybe what. We have to remember he is an extraordinary football coach, and that alone is enough. But so much of what a head coach does at a university is not head coaching. And right now he's been an abject failure at all of that. Every bit of press that he has brought to North Carolina has been negative. It's his girlfriend, all the recruiting ways,
the coach's show,
all this stuff.
All that stuff is kind of ugly.
You better go win some football games.
And you know what? And kind of what he's saying here, when it comes down to just football, there's nobody better.
I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not. But that's not the entirety of the gig. So you better win to overcome your gruffness and inability to get along with others.
Yeah, that has to happen. But we'll see. We'll see if he's able to.
He's a hell of a coach. I have no reason to doubt it. But you're going to have to do it.
I mean, hell, is this any different? How different is he from Popovich? I mean, Popovich is kind of a gruff guy.
Oh, no, but could Popovich land at North Carolina and do all the things he did and win? I don't know if anybody can, but I do know that he can coach a football team, and that will overcome a lot of stuff. But North Carolina football isn't that big a deal, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for him.
Well, they've said the money that's going into it this offseason, it makes it seem like they want to make it a big deal. They're certainly investing, but will it work? TBD.
I wanted to. I'd like the idea of maybe an old pro football coaches find a place to die. Go some. You know what I mean? Go and kind of finish off your career, but. Well, I mean, just end it off by doing good deeds and getting players better and not worried about the next job and all that kind of stuff. There's a place for coaches that are settled and done,
All right. I've got a pair of boxing tickets to give away. The San Antonio Summer Showdown down there at the Techport, at the Boeing Center at Techport. Desi Martinez Promotions. That's right, baby. Fighters First Management. They'll present a loaded night of action on Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. We've got 10 action-packed fights.
Tomorrow.
That's right. Headlined by Justin Figueroa and Gerard Tenant for the Junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors are at 5. First bell's at 5:35. You want to be there? Of course you do. Let's go with caller number 5. You will win a pair of tickets to go see the fights tomorrow night. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today if you don't win them here at DMPBoxing.com. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. It is a stall on I-10 westbound at Camp Bullis. It's in the HOV lane, left lane closed. West side of town on 410 northbound, the on-ramp from Ingram. That is still partially blocked, disabled vehicle. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, give us a call on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. Also, keep in mind that the kiddos are back in school, so please watch your speed in and around those school zones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and extensive bourbon category to top-shelf spirits and cocktails served over those beautiful icy balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu that's second to none. And Twin Peaks hand-stretched flatbreads, oh, they're coming out hot. Close out your night with our favorite flatbreads. They're available during the late night hours, Sunday through Thursday for only $8. That's only from your favorite lodge, Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and all those scenic views.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. 21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thank you, Vic.
About to say, you happy now?
Wide awake.
Yeah. This is my favorite Katy Perry song.
I like this one. It's not my favorite. I like the Roar song is my favorite.
Oh, that was the other one I was going to play. But
I got too bad we didn't get that one, too.
Tiger. Oh, yes.
It's like choosing your favorite dental procedure.
What I knew now. Oh, you're such a hater, Rob. This guy's listening to Hall & Oates on his way to work.
Yeah, true music.
Hall & Oates.
True music.
All right.
I don't know why I dislike her so.
I don't know either.
I don't dislike her. I don't.
You just have no opinion.
I actually,
right?
That's probably it.
Yeah.
I should just stay quiet and you guys enjoy
Damn
it.
right you should.
I'll just listen to real music on my own time.
Oh.
Because nothing good's come out since 1991.
That's a shame.
Yeah, all the music stopped in 91.
That's a shame.
It's all been
Feel
redone
that way.
Man.
Right around the time good music started coming out, Rob's like, I'm done with this crap.
This stuff got bad.
Hang it up.
There's no synthesizers. What happened to synthesizers?
Where's all the hair?
That's right. All right. I like to use this segment to talk about what's going on in the world outside of sports. And Daniel Day-Lewis, one of my favorite actors of all time.
I was told he had retired to go cobble. He was a cobbler.
He had become a cobbler, but he's back. And after an 8-year retirement, he's back.
So he wasn't making any money making shoes.
No, I think what it boils down to is, he's doing a movie called Anemone. It's a drama, apparently.
Of course.
There's intense, moody footage.
I'm going to go ahead and give him the Oscar.
Yeah, you can probably do that.
I'm just going to go ahead and mail it to him.
And I was like, wow, I'm surprised that he came back. Now, I mean, this is a guy who, I think the only person who's walked the earth to have 3 Best Actor awards.
I think so.
I do think he's, if not the greatest actor of our time, one of. I was like, well, what could have brought him out of retirement? This script must be so incredible. The film would be directed by, it's the directorial debut of Ronan Day-Lewis, the son of Daniel Day-Lewis.
Ronan.
And the script was co-written by both men. So we will get him back, but it's going to be with his son. So I don't know if this movie might be total crap. But
no, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I mean,
well, I mean, it's a guy making his directorial debut. Who knows?
Yeah, but it's kind of like head coaches.
You think it's going to be hard for him to screw this up?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's all about, it's not your directing, it's the Jimmys and Joes acting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you got the best to do it standing in front of you.
Well, there you go.
Don't screw it up.
That'll come up late fall, early winter. Anemone or Anemone. I don't know what.
That means it's already been cut. It's already been filmed.
I mean, they're already got a trailer out on it. So, yeah, clearly they've got at least most of it done. Lil Nas X has been hospitalized for a potential overdose.
Potential?
Yeah.
I think I can go ahead and put it down there.
He was rolling around L.A. early Thursday morning wearing nothing but, this was Ventura Boulevard, by the way, not like a back street. This is the pretty major street. At 4 a.m., he was wearing nothing but white cowboy boots, tighty-whities, and an orange traffic cone on his head.
Just another day. I don't know what the problem with that is. I mean, can a man put on a traffic cone and go walk around?
Yeah, there he is.
At what point is it wrong to put on a traffic cone like a big hat, walk around in my tighty-whities and little white boots? What's wrong with that?
Big deal. Yeah, he was hospitalized.
Hospitalized?
Yeah, for a potential overdose.
Chicks in New York paying top dollar for that clothing.
Did he get Narcan?
I don't know, but there is the naked cowboy in New York City.
He's
made
like that.
Yeah, except
That's
that guy
made a
wears
living.
That guy wears a cowboy hat instead of a traffic cone, and people pay to take pictures with him.
This guy gets thrown into the hooskow.
This is his new thing.
The hooskow.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, big deal. Walking around naked, trying to. I mean,
now don't do that in
take
LA.
a picture with me. Give me $5.
Oh my God, look at that one.
Oh yes,
that's how you win, friends.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so Lil Nas X, maybe we'll get an update on him next week. Speaking of drugs, listen up, brother. Take your vitamins.
Uh-oh.
The Hulkster may not have died of natural causes. Bum, bum, bum.
He was on painkillers, I know that.
He may have been a victim of medical malpractice that led to his death.
Okay.
He suffered a cardiac arrest at his home. However, new reports suggesting it may have been a surgical error that was to blame. The Clearwater Police Department are looking into the circumstances surrounding his passing, especially allegations that a major nerve ending may have had a part to play in the wrestler's demise. Law enforcement sources revealed that an occupational therapist present at the Hulkster's home when he stopped breathing told responding officers that a recent surgery, possibly a heart procedure or a neck fusion operation, resulted in the severing of the phrenic nerve ending, which is crucial for stimulating the diaphragm and controlling breathing. So they're saying that Sky Hogan, who married the Hulkster in 2023, confirmed that his nerve was compromised during one of his recent surgeries. And according to the police report, which is currently on lockdown, Hogan did not experience a chest-clenching episode. Instead, he simply stopped breathing. So they've been in communication. The police have been in communication with family members, and trying to get to the bottom of this thing. But, yeah, it may not just be like a plain old Jane heart issue. He may have been
manslaughtered.
Oh, okay.
Manslaughtered. You can't say it in the same way as murdered.
Doesn't sound
you can say murdered, but he may have been manslaughtered. Also, there's also a rumor that that Macho Man Randy Savage is protesting Hulk Hogan coming to heaven, and has since hit him with a flying elbow drop and sent him to the bowels of hell. So I don't know what's going to happen with this, but we will find out long term. We'll get the answers of what ended Hulkamania, brother. That's right. If he had just stuck to the vitamins instead of the roids, everything would have been okay.
I think it was the hair dye on the beard.
That could have been
That's what ended it right then.
King Charles, who apparently, dude, this guy just became the king. He's already about to die, apparently.
He had to wait forever, and he's dealing with prostate cancer.
Yeah, and he says that he is losing his battle to cancer, by the way.
That's not good.
But he's also now got another issue to worry about. There is a panther on the grounds of the Highgrove house, the Gloucestershire estate that he shares with Queen Camilla. There's been multiple sightings.
Are they losing red stags?
Of a black panther cornering a fox. The animal was driven away when the walker's dog startled it, leaving the fox to escape unharmed. But the locals are dubbing it the Beast of Highgrove.
Well, last I checked, black panthers are not typical in
I wouldn't
Great Britain.
think so.
I don't think they have any great cats on that big island.
But apparently there's at least one
that has been set free.
That's right.
It's like the boas and the anacondas in the Everglades.
Maybe someone is trying to murder King Charles.
Or those.
I bet it's that
crazy.
Prince. What's his name? Prince William?
The one that's mad at his dad?
No, William's the one in good graces.
Harry's the one.
Who he's like, F you, kings. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
is he
out.
the one that married Meghan?
Yeah, he said, F you, England, F you being a king. Right. I don't care about any of y'all.
And then his little brother is the Epstein friend.
I called
his little, yeah.
I read that book about Harry, and they call him, when he was like in the castle, they literally called him the Spare. It was the heir and the spare.
Yep, that's how it works.
I'll tell you,
in
the
that
best
royalty.
gig in the world was Harry's, though. He didn't realize it. Like, dude,
man.
you get all the fun with no responsibility at all.
Yeah,
you get to be the fun uncle.
But you can't marry a black chick.
Well, yeah, you can. You just got to give it up.
They can, but they don't. You can't stay, royal and do that. They won't let that happen.
Well, you made
he made his choice.
He screwed it up, man.
He
you
chose
had
love.
Literally the best job in the world. No job and all the money.
Finally, there are 18 celebrity billionaires. 18. Obviously, there's a lot of billionaires, and some of them are famous just for being billionaires. But when I say celebrity, I mean who have made their money in the entertainment business. Who do you think the wealthiest?
Like someone I would know, or like the head of a studio.
These are people you would know.
Like
all
Oprah,
of these are people.
Michael.
Oprah's third,
LeBron,
or Oprah's fourth on the list.
Magic.
Michael Jordan's third. Michael Jordan's got more money than Oprah. How about that?
I'm not surprised.
The top five: Vince McMahon 5, Oprah 4, Michael Jordan 3, George Lucas 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Steven Spielberg, number 1, $5.3 billion he's worth. The rest of the top 10: Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian, Peter Jackson, Taylor Swift, and Magic Johnson.
Peter Jackson, the Hobbit guy.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings director guy. And then the others. Are you surprised Tyler Perry being on this list?
No, not surprised at all. He is a conglomerate unto himself. You've seen that Atlanta studio he's building?
Tyler Perry's worth the exact same amount of money as Rihanna and Tiger Woods.
Not surprised a bit.
Nope.
Then LeBron James at $1.3 billion. The first person to become a billionaire while an active athlete.
So he's the first active athlete that's a billionaire?
Worth over $1 billion.
And then Bruce Springsteen, Dick Wolf, who created Law and Order and that type of stuff.
I forgot about that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Still worth all that.
$1.1 billion, and Jerry Seinfeld.
See, Chris
rounds
Pratt
out the
married
list.
Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Yeah. Good move. Good move. I hope he doesn't bang their ugly maid and ruin it.
To the chopper.
He banged the ugly maid.
Like Vic, that's what Vic would have done. Vic would have married a Kennedy and then banged the fat maid. That would have been Vic's. Ooh, yeah. I like the Kennedy money, but I got to get this fat maid.
I know.
Finally, one last story. I got to be careful. There's a popular thing going on in the world right now. And, gals can put filler just about anywhere. Like they put it under their eyes and their foreheads, their cheekbones, their lips we've seen. We've seen gals who get brand new asses.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But a very popular practice these days is labia puffing. These gals want puffy vaginas, and they're getting filler in their vulvas. It has become a hot topic due to the emergence of something called Ozempic vagina. Women taking Ozempic have reported changes in their vulvas as a result of the dramatic weight loss. And, a lot of chicks, when they lose all this weight, their boobs are smaller, their ass is flatter.
Yeah.
What they're concerned about, my vulva isn't as puffy as it once was. I need a puff. So
you need a reconstruct.
Labia puffing it gives your vagina a more youthful, fuller appearance.
Don't we all want that?
Everybody wants their vagina to look young.
So how much does a vulva puff cost?
Well, it depends, but
like buff and shine? Is it like a total remodel? Are we talking Bondo here, or what are we doing?
I don't think there's
just a little wax.
I don't think there's Bondo.
We're getting into
Bondo.
Hey, what the hell's going on down there?
You've been on the south side too long.
How are we fluffing this thing up?
But it is become.
Is it the same stuff you put in the lips?
It is basically. It looks like it costs around, on the high end, $6,000. So, but it does say like sometimes gals have one.
So they even things that that's kind of like just working on the lawn.
One plump and one less plump, and they want them evened out. And I don't. There's a lot of things, but it is unbelievable that's where we've reached in science.
There's always a side effect.
That's right. Now, men have not we've not gone to plumping our testicles yet.
Yeah, I was on that for almost 2 years.
Testicle plumpers?
No, the
Ozempic?
Yeah, kind of Ozempic.
What did it do to your labia?
Your nether regions.
None, just my manhood got bigger.
It looks the same?
What?
Oh, because you lost weight.
It didn't. It
didn't get bigger. It looks bigger.
No, it's bigger.
It looks bigger because you're less fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vic's gonna get filler in his manhood.
Yeah,
that's his wife's gonna run off with somebody who's got more beef.
If there was such a thing as Ozempic penis, there would be the top scientists in the world looking at this. Drop the AIDS and cancer research. We got a problem.
Remember mine
looks Ozempic penis,
like a tuna can.
We got a problem. Get to what really matters here. We can cure cancer tomorrow. I got Ozempic penis. We got to get to work on this.
We got to do this.
Fix this now.
Old tuna can Vic. They can help. We can help you with girth, but we can't make it any longer. He's like, then girth it up to the max.
Girth it, baby.
They pumped him full.
Yeah, they did.
Albacore tuna, they call him. Star-kissed Vic. All right. Let's hit our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't course, we'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Our own Reverend Charles, everybody. Good morning, Rev.
You know, John, y'all little joke a lot, Captain joke a lot all the time.
Right.
And you funny.
Thank you.
J.D. Ryan's funny, Turley, old pre-K.
Bobo's most funny.
No, I don't find Bobo funny at all. Remember that old song by Randy Newman, Show People?
Yeah.
Got no reason to live?
No,
that's Bobo right there.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense.
The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real fruit tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brad's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where batteries are as low as $89.99. Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Brad is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights, stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is day 2 at Circa Las Vegas for the ultimate contest weekend.
Dallas Cowboys play a preseason game tonight, but the fireworks really from Jerry Jones's appearance on the Michael Irvin podcast. We'll hear from old Jerry.
And more fallout from the Project Marvel vote yesterday.
The Blitz live in Las Vegas. We started 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power.
The brunette Madonna.
Oh, it gets me so hyped up on a Friday.
God, you got a low bar, man. I thought a lot of things when I heard that, but Fired Up was not one of them. Hey, man, I wish I had that. I wish that.
Yeah.
Man, I wish that got me going.
Yeah. Your voice feels like flying. Feels like flying.
It does.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Here it is. I close my eyes. Break it down with the choir. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. Down on my knees, I want to take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power just like a prayer. I want to take you there. All right. God, thank you, Vic. I needed that.
Right?
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I played Madonna.
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah, it's been a while since you came in. We haven't had any Wilson Phillips in a while either, just so you know. Yeah.
I debated on that.
I know. You, Vic,
Yeah.
you know what I like.
Yeah, I'll save it for Monday.
All right.
You can just keep saving.
All right, I'll
keep that on the to-do pile.
I'll play some unrexcess.
I'm not advocating for anything.
Is it in excess or is it you too? I don't know.
I'm just saying. Maybe a little bit.
All right, let's wrap it up, baby, the way we always do. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
College football! Kansas State, a 3-point favorite in Farmageddon over there in Ireland over Iowa State. Total is 50.5. That's the 11 a.m. tip. And then there's a break. Like, we got to wait. That's the kind of the down thing. Is there's an 11 o'clock game, then a 3, a 5:30, a 6, and a 6:30, which is kind of annoying. They should have done it different, but whatever.
Give you a chance to go work in the yard.
We still got something, man. We still got something. Iowa State, like I said, a 3-point dog. Idaho State, a 26.5-point dog at UNLV. It's 66.5 the total there. That should be.
What is the Idaho State mascot?
I believe they're the Bobcats.
Finding out because I know Idaho's the Vandals. They're the Bengals.
Bengals, that's what it is. Bengals. I knew they were orange and black. I messed up. I gotta get my mascots.
I don't think I've ever seen them play a football game.
Well, I bet you will on
this
Saturday.
Weekend. There's a first for everything.
Fresno State, a 14-point dog, 13.5, 14-point dog, depending on where you look, at Kansas, total of 50.5 there. I like Fresno in that one. I also like Western Kentucky over Sam Houston. Western Kentucky, a 10-point favorite, hosting the Bearcats. 61.5 the total. I like the over there as well. And I like Hawaii on the island taking on Stanford. Money.
I think Kansas is the only thing I look at on the other side of the goal.
You're betting. You're going
Kansas
against me.
I like Kansas at home.
Laying the points.
I'm 24 at home. Shoot.
Okay. Hawaii, 2.5-point favorites on the island against Stanford. And that will wrap up week 0 of college football.
So we have all NFL football on Saturday, nothing on Sunday. right? They're going to use the day to evaluate.
Correct. Yeah, Sunday's a day off for everybody.
And start the Turks' mission to cut down.
That's right.
Do you think we'll get the Turk on Hard Knocks this year?
I hope so. Do you want to know the truth? I think this season of Hard Knocks has been kind of boring.
Oh, it has been.
They need to do something exciting.
Does Bosa play for the Bills?
He does. He was talking about the SpongeBob stuff.
That's right. We did get a little sighting of the most important
the biggest
pickup of
free
the
agent,
offseason. We did a little bit of that, but it has been dull. Coach needs to see and bring your playbook.
Yeah.
I need to hear that.
I want that too. Jets -1.5 today against the Eagles. Total 33.5. That is a low number, especially given what we've been seeing. Vikings are at Tennessee. Tennessee 4.5-point favorites. Total 37.5. Cowboys 2.5-point favorites, pushing towards 3-point favorites, hosting the Falcons. 35.5 is the total there. And the Kansas City Chiefs 1.5-point favorites, hosting the Bears. Chiefs are the total's 42.5. I think I like the Bears to win today, just because the Chiefs historically don't care at all about preseasons, especially the last week of it. I could see the Bears, who they need to get some good momentum.
New coach, I think that they'll work on that offense a little bit more than Kansas City will.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Ravens -2.5 at the Commanders. Broncos -3.5 at the Saints. Sean Payton visiting his old stomping grounds. Colts +2.5 in Cincinnati. The Browns 8.5-point favorites hosting the L.A. Rams.
Who's starting quarterback, do we know?
Shador Sanders. Well, I don't know if he's starting. Yeah. I know we'll see a Shador sighting is what I've been told. I think it's going to be mostly Shador and Kenny Pickett. I think they're going to be battling for a spot. But I've also heard there's a world where they keep 4 quarterbacks, which
I'm starting to think they are. I think I'm starting to believe that they are, but I do feel like if Kenny Pickett has a bad game, he's done.
Lions -1.5 hosting the Texans. Packers -3 hosting the Seahawks. Dolphins -6 hosting the Jaguars. The Bills 2.5-point road favorites in Tampa. Chargers 2.5-point road favorites in San Francisco, and the Raiders 2.5-point road favorites in Arizona. In Major League Baseball today, Antonio Cinzatella goes for the Rockies. Braxton Ashcraft, a made-up person, pitching for the Pirates. Yet they are still -200 against the Rockies. That's always a good life. Cade Cavalli goes for the Nationals. Taijuan Walker for the Phillies. Phillies -195. Brian Bello for the Red Sox. Max Fried for the Yankees. Yankees -195. The return of Lance McCullers Jr. We'll see how many innings that lasts. They're in Baltimore taking on Cade Povich and the Orioles. Orioles -115 favorites. Ryan Bergert and the Royals are in Detroit taking on Casey Mize and the Tigres. Tigers -150. Shane Bieber, the inevitable return of Shane Bieber. How about that? -170 for the Blue Jays. At the Marlins, Ryan Gusto, mucho gusto, pitching for the Fish. Nolan McLean going for the Mets. They're in Atlanta taking on Joey Wentz and the Braves. The Mets have quit. This is pathetic. Who is Nolan McLean? Braves -120. I'm so mad at the Mets.
You have your own personal.
I've got my own reasons why. Miles Michaelis goes for the Cardinals. The Rays go with Adrian Hauser. Rays -145. Zebby Matthews and the Twins. They're taking on Aaron Savali and the White Sox. Twins -140. Slade Ciccone and the Guardians in Arlington taking on the Rangers. Nathan Eovaldi going for the hometown squad. They're -155. Carson Wisenhut goes for the Giants. Jose Quintana for the Brew Crew. Brewers -170. Cubs Angels, no announced pitchers. Cubs -157. And Blake Snell going for the Dodgers. They're on the road taking on Yu Darvish and the Padres. Dodgers -125. Zach Littell and the Reds in Arizona taking on Ryan Nelson and the D-backs. D-backs -135. And the A's are at the Mariners. Luis Morales for Sacramento. No announced pitcher for the Mariners, but they are -230 favorites either way. There are UFC fights tomorrow. You got to wake up bright and early if you want to watch them. They start at 2:15 a.m. local time.
You mean wake up or just stay up?
Stay up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Stay up.
But if you want to watch late, the main event should start around 7 or 7:30 our time. It's Zhang Mingyang against Johnny Walker. And my guess is Zhang Mingyang gets a good knockout win here.
Video game names.
Yeah, Johnny Walker's chin is long past its prime. The total in this fight is over under 1.5 rounds. Under is -315. I don't think anybody believes Johnny Walker is going to be around for long. I do think there's a little bit of value on the co-main event. Brian Ortega is a plus 325 underdog against Aljamain Sterling. Ortega missed weight badly, so it's like a catch weight fight now. But Ortega is going to be way bigger, and he's not going to care if Sterling takes him down. So I think over 3-1, there's really good value there. So there you go. That's your weekend in sports. And next week on Friday, I mean, it's going to be a bunch of college games. It's going to be a bunch of NFL. I mean, I'm so excited.
We are finally there. Make sure your DFS and accounts are in good order, as the season will take off next week.
That's
it's
right.
Going to be
make sure you got your
fantasy
you're
drafts
stocked up.
Going to be complete over. How many guys have fantasy drafts this weekend?
I have one this week. I'm driving to Houston for it.
Just about everybody I know will be involved in a draft at some point starting tonight through Sunday night. It is the season.
B. Robinson, Commanders.
B. Robinson Jr.
Yes, got him.
God, he's going to be good. We didn't get a chance to get there, and I'm sure this will be a topic next week. The Packers offer for Micah Parsons.
Is that confirmed?
Well, I've seen it in a couple of different places, and there's obviously something that the Packers are offering. I've seen Rashawn Gary in one of them, and there's a first and a second in 26 and a second and whatever in 27. It's not enough right now, but it is trending in the right direction. And the one thing that I saw kicking in this deal is that the Packers might send Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys in that deal. It would finally solve two problems. One, you'd get the Micah problem out of your hair, and they'd finally have a Michigan lineman that could play.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I mean, they would
imagine that.
They'd finally get after Charlton and Mozzie Smith and all the errors. We'll just go get one that somebody else has drafted, and we'll finally have our Michigan lineman.
Well, now that one's not called Taco or Mozzie. Yeah, they probably should have gotten Aiden Hutchinson. That would have solved a lot of problems.
That would have been very helpful as well. Yeah. But I do think that a trade is probably the last thing I expect to happen over the next couple of days, because I think he'll play before he gets traded. But if after everybody's looking at their cut-down list and decides the one thing we need is an edge rusher for a Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of number ones this year and a couple number ones next year. So maybe come down the pike.
I would not either. All right. Man, another week in the books, Rob.
Almost done.
I want you to stay safe this weekend.
I'll do my best. I'm heading out with a bunch of crazy teachers this evening.
Good luck with your chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck with those teachers. That crew, my goodness.
It's about like chasing chickens.
Say hello to that one for me. You know the one.
It's her day.
Happy day for her. Happy day for her. We'll be back on Monday. We'll do it all over again. The Blitz comes at you live,
from
2
Vegas.
o'clock from Las Vegas. They're out at Circa for contest week. Give them a listen, and we will see you on Monday.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman